and we welcome you to tonight's game between the Chicago Cubs and the Sacramento Athletics. Here is your starting lineup for the first home game ever in Sacramento for the Athletics. In right field, batting first, Lawrence Butler. A designated hitter, batting second, Brent Rooker. At center field, batting third, J.J. Bleday. At catcher, batting fourth, Shea Langeliers. At first base, batting fifth, Tyler Soderstrom. At left field, batting sixth, Miguel Andujar. At third base, batting seventh, Gio Urshela. At second base, batting eighth, Max Muncy. At shortstop, batting ninth, Jacob Wilson. And pitching today for the home team, the Athletics, is Joey Estes. Alright guys, and with that in mind, welcome to today's presentation. We have called two games today. We are now calling a third. The Chicago Cubs against the Athletics. I'm calling them the Sacramento A's. I don't care that they're not technically the Sacramento A's. I'm calling them the Sacramento A's. They play in Sacramento. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Win Music, by the way, for the freaking on stream. Got the music guitar. Appreciate you. He was trying to capture that Oregon feel. Was trying to capture that ballpark feel this summer, because obviously I couldn't do the football music for it. It's not the same. So I want to do something where it feels like you're at the ballpark with the organ and whatnot, and I just was messing around with the keyboard and was like, let's do it, just improv. That whole part where I just talk about the game itself, or the starting lineups, that's all improv. The entire keyboard part for that was just improvisational. So just messing around there because I knew I was going to lower the volume for that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. My name is Jared Garrett. If you never went to a J Live and Serve or how it works like this, fire away on the chat. Any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them on that poll. Who do you think wins this game? Cubs or the A's? How's it going, Kev? We have the emojis in. If you remember, you can show your support for either one of these teams using the emojis in the chat. For the first time in baseball history, we will see the Sacramento A's. Rogers re-signs with the NHL for Canadian TV rights. Not the Rogers signing news I was expecting, but makes sense on that one. Yeah, Crochet just got extended. No surprises there. We're not making that trade without extending him. First opener. They're not playing in Oakland. Not counting the Vegas game since 1967. It's going to feel weird. A lot of seating on the hill right now. Sacramento. You got Major League Baseball. You've got Major League Baseball for the first time ever. Sacramento used to be just a one-sport town in terms of pro sports. Sacramento Republic trying to go to MLS. That fell through due to funding. For at least a few years, the A's are in Sacramento. We don't know if this is a temporary fix or permanent. We know the Vegas thing's in limbo. But the crowd is decked out in green and yellow as the A's are taking the field. Only ballpark in the majors can bring launchers to ballpark in Stone Grass Hill. Definitely feels odd. Definitely feels odd. The fireworks are going off. And we are at Sutter Health Park for this one in Sacktown. Starting lines for the Cubs: Hap, Tucker, Suzuki. Your 1-2-3 hitters. Sacramento coming off of that 4-game split against the Mariners. Remember the mound lines of the UFL? Yeah, Dante Culpepper. Dennis Green is the head coach for that one, too. Chicago 2-4. They lost their first two to the Dodgers. They then split the Diamondbacks. Yesterday, a rough one against Arizona. Led 6-2 in the 8th. Allowed 8 runs in the bottom of the 8th. The bullpen imploded. And we will see Hap, Tucker, Suzuki to start this one off for Chicago. Estes, the pitcher. Carson Kelly, D-backs legend. God, one of the centerpieces of that trade. That did not work out. I thought, Weaver and Kelly, that's not a bad trade for Goldie. I was like, didn't work out. But at least Seawalk was more than fine at first base. He was great. So it worked out, I guess, in the end. Hap struggled over the weekend against the D-backs. 1 for his last 12. Hit .083, struck out 4 times over the final 3 games of that series. Joey Estes starting this one for the A's, a 5.01 ERA last season. The former Braves 16th round pick. He gets his first start of the 2024 campaign. How many hopes for Young? Yeah. And let's get this game underway. The first pitch in Sacramento. Yankees are the only good baseball teams. I don't know about that, but they're dominant right now. There's a clear top two. I'll put it that way. There's a clear top two. Padres swept the Braves over the weekend, so it's also very early on. So there's two Max Muncies. There are two Max Muncies. This is a completely different, oddly enough, completely unrelated Max Muncy at second base for the A's. This is a different Max Muncy, completely different person, no relation to the Dodger Max Muncy. All right, let's get this game underway. God, I hate this NBC sports bug. Let's do this. Baseball in Sacramento at the major league level. It's a ball, and the ball will go into the dugout to commemorate the first pitch of what could be many in Sacramento. Happ at the plate, the 1-0. Swing and a miss there. 1-1. Getting in Happ 1 for his last 12 over that D-back series. He's playing every game so far for the Cubs. 3 straight Gold Gloves. That one, 2-1. The Sacramento A's, yeah, they're the Sacramento. They play in Sacramento. They're the Sacramento A's. They're not in Vegas yet. There is no shovel in the ground in Vegas. They are the Sacramento A's. When there is a shovel in the ground, I might change it. Doesn't look cheap. It definitely feels weird not seeing a ballpark without an upper deck. How long will it take everyone to get used to saying Sacramento A's? It definitely feels weird. It definitely feels weird. Yeah, 2 Connor McGovern's. Yeah, pretty much. The 3-1, that one misses high and upstairs, so a 5-pitch walk, and Ian Happ gets on board for the Cubs. Leadoff man is on. Kyle Tucker coming up to bat. Had a very good weekend against the D-backs. The last 2 games, 2 home runs, 5 RBI. I should note, you might notice today, everyone is wearing a nameless jersey with the number 24 on it. That is to honor the great Ricky Henderson who passed away this offseason. Yeah, the scoreboard looks awful. The scoreboard looks terrible for NBC Sports. It just looks, oh man. It looks like robotic font. Like my bug that I created in Canva looks better. The font looks fine for the like lower thirds. That one chopped down the first base line. That ball stays fair. That's a fair ball. Tucker with another base hit. His 5th in the last 3 days, and he will get on board with a double. Tucker acquired from the Astros this offseason. He gets a double. And runners on second and third with Suzuki coming to the plate. Picking up right where he left off from the Arizona series. Don't think I've watched a game on that field since 2020 Vegas in the... Yeah. Like, literally, it's a minor league ballpark. Literally, it's a minor league ballpark. What does the bug look like? Oh, I wish I could show you. Basically, it's very robotic font. It is extremely... It's very plain. There's no logos. It's nothing. You know, yeah, Max Muncy, 2 different players. It's one of those weird things. The 1-0, that pitch misses high and inside for a ball. Estes struggling with control thus far. He's behind in the count 2-0. His first sign of the season. Swing and a miss there on the corner, 2-1. Unfortunately, left the Braves Dodgers. Oh. Well, I know this is the free game of the day. Cubs A's is the free game of the day on MLB TV, so even if you don't have the MLB TV package, Cubs A's is the free game of the day. That one check swing foul, 2-2. We'll say, oddly enough, last season, Estes is one of those guys that really struggled at the start of games. The first inning of games last season, a 5.25 ERA. The second inning, a 9.93 ERA. Once he got past that, he was okay. He calmed down. That's a fly ball into deep left for Suzuki. At the track, going to make the grab, first out, but it will be a sacrifice fly, as Happ will easily tag up from third, so Suzuki does his job. How's it going, Kansas City Chiefs friend from Australia? How's it going? New to the channel, appreciate you a ton. Thank you for tuning in all the way from Australia. Oh man, thank you for tuning in for this baseball game. Appreciate you a ton. Thank you so much. From Michael Riley. How's it going, Michael? Appreciate you being part of the family. Appreciate you, man. So sacrifice fly. The first run in Sacramento. Scored by Suzuki. Runner advances to third. And it's 1-0 with Michael Busch up to bat. You know, we stream a lot of games on this channel. So we have videos every day about the history of the NFL. And we also stream a ton of other sports. So we stream football when that's on, but we stream baseball, we stream basketball, we stream soccer every now and then. We stream a lot of stuff. So appreciate you there. You know, it's called the Athletics. 8 hours, 8th all over the place. Yeah, they're Sacramento. They play in Sacramento. They are the Sacramento Ways. Yeah, 3 for 3 on runs in the first. Yep. 3 for 3 on that. It's been that kind of day. Meanwhile, number 1 the Bravest Dodgers as well. That game just going our way. So Michael Busch up to bat. After the RBI, sac fly. Love baseball and Chiefs and Celtics, Buckeyes, Panthers. I got to know how you got that combination. That's a high fly ball into right center. At the very least, it's going to tag in a run, but it's gone. It's going to bring in 2. Michael Busch, the first home run in Sacramento. Michael Busch, his first of the season. It's a deep shot to right center. Goodbye, see ya later. It's a 3-0 lead for the Cubbies. What a start here. The first ever home run in Sacramento in a major league game. I think the ball bounced back into the field of play, so won't go into the stands. Send that one to Cooperstown. That ball bounced off the wall and back to the stands. So we'll have to pay someone for that ball. Busch, his first home run of the season. He's going to send Swanson to bat. Again, this is a pitcher that is not being good the first 2 innings of games. Again, last season, you got him past the second. He was okay. But the first inning last year, a 336 on base percentage. Second inning, a 385 on base percentage. All right, so let me see. So, Chiefs, Celtics, Buckeyes, Panthers. I'm noticing a theme with those teams. That's a high fly ball by Swanson. That's into center field. Back at the track, leaping. That one's gone. First pitch swing and the mound visit does nothing. Dansby Swanson. What a start here for the Cubs. Back-to-back jacks. I think the honeymoon period in Sacramento is over before the top of the first. Dansby Swanson. His second of the season. Estes getting shelled right now. Put on MLB TV when it's past 10. I won't be up all night, yeah. I feel like Nico Horner up to bat. That ball in there for a strike. Finally, Estes throws a strike that doesn't leave the yard. Cubs hit a lot of home runs in that series against the D-backs, and they were picking up right where they left off. That's a ground ball to shorts, a slow rolling grounder. Be a tough play, but 6-3 out. Nice job there by Wilson to throw out Horner Soderstrom. 6-3. That's a send Crow Armstrong up to bat. Yeah, I noticed like the teams. I noticed there's a theme with your teams, KC fan. So Chiefs, Celtics, Buckeyes, Panthers. So they're the defending champions of their sports. You're a Jets? Wait, how are you a Jets and a Patriots fan? Wait a second. Yep, two outs. How are you wait, how does that make sense? You're Jaguars as well. All right, you're like a lot of teams. How are you a Jets and a Patriots fan? They hate each other. Those are like the two of the biggest rivals. That's just option for nice game fiction on that, but this is not a good start for him. The 1-0, curveball in there for a strike. Bottom of the order here. Crow Armstrong up to bat. Not off to a great start here for the former first-round pick, the 30-year man. Swing and a miss on the inside, 1-2. Crow Armstrong, 0-91 so far this season. Just 2 for 22. And that one's popped. Is that going to stay in fair territory? That'll be just foul. That'll be just foul by a sliver. So we still have it 1-2. So 0 for his last 8 with 3 strikeouts over the last 2 games. Yeah, what a start for the Cubs. They needed that. Needed that after how last night's game ended. Or yesterday's game ended, I should say. So we're at every Cubs game on the West Coast so far. Tokyo for the first 2. They start the season on the road. Yeah, we're not getting Cowboys Irons. We are not. Because same place matchup. It's not there. Well, I think I don't think he meant Winnipeg Jets on that one. The 1-2. That one's foul, and that's going out of play. So we stay alive at 1-2. That one's fouled. Last season, Estes was very good at the Coliseum. Obviously, that's not where they're playing anymore. Devers breaks Chris Davis' hit streak. I don't see it. That was insane to start the season off. Last season, Estes a 3.26 ERA at the Coliseum, a 6.90 away from home. So outside the Coliseum, he was not good, and obviously, they ain't playing the games at the Coliseum anymore. 2-2 the count. Yeah, if you like what you see, hit that like button down below. Subscribe, helps the channel a ton. And if you are a fan of the Cubs right now, you can use the emojis in their choice for other my teams. Oswald Stevens Collingwood, all right. Swing and a miss there. Crow Armstrong's slow start to the season continues as he starts the year just 2 for 25. That's the bad news. The good news is that the Cubs got a 4-0 lead. Thanks to 2 home runs and a sacrifice fly. Bush and Swanson go back-to-back. Suzuki drives in the other run on a deep fly ball the warning track. And it's 4-1, the score. Let's see. I don't, wait, hang on. First ever nationally televised live execution. Yep, UConn dominant right now. It was a good start for USC, and then oof, all fell apart. I think USC was up 9-2 or 9-4. You know, he's got options at least. Celtics with the Grizzlies. Yeah, your teams are all over the place. I'm confused how, like, I know the logic behind an Australian fan liking the Florida Panthers, the New York Jets, the New England Patriots, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Boston Celtics. All these teams. They're all different cities. At least get the Collingwood. At least get that one. How's it going, Peter? What will the Coliseum be used for in the future? Oakland Roots games. Oakland Roots. The USL team. And they drew well. They drew 27,000 in the first game. Let's see. How do I feel about Suzuki? I like him. Plate discipline, obviously, that'll get better with time. That'll get better with time. He has struck out a lot, obviously 12 strikeouts so far, but I think he'll be good. Plate discipline, I think he'll get it going. Powerful hitter when he makes contact. ABCs, baby. Is that something nobody will remember in September when they clinch, or we'll be looking back, it's the first sign? Yeah. I think you can't ignore 3 straight games with 10-plus runs allowed. I don't think that's, like, an anomaly. My MLS team is in Miami. Is that because of Messi? I'm guessing that's because of Messi. Also, Apple TV televises a ton of our Miami games, so it makes sense on that one. All right. A's up to bat, trailing 4-0. Butler, the first man up. Lawrence Butler. Swings foul on that one, 1-1. Brown the pitcher here. At least also exists how I feel about Continental Arena not being destroyed. Yeah. Butler just 133 to start the season off. Watches that one low in the dirt, 2-2. Excuse me, 2-1, I should say. Yeah, at least they're not the Brewers. That is true. Butler over 4 last game with a strikeout. Swing and a miss upstairs on the festival, 96. Anyway, I could call that. Yeah, exactly. It's odd, but ABS coming 26. Thank God. I mean, Allen's great. Swing and a miss down the middle. Brown gets the first strikeout in Sacramento. And we go to Brent Rooker. Made the All-Star game with the A's in 2023. See a top 5 worst contract ever? It's bad. Bonilla's got to be up there. Obviously, Chris Davis, Steven Strasburg has to be up there. He did nothing after that. See, top 5. I mean, he's up there. Yeah, thank goodness for ABS in 26. Austin D. Wait, so like 3 MLS? You had just like a lot of teams. So what do you do when they play each other? I'm confused. 0-1. Pitch upstairs, but swings, and it's good. Past the shortstop for a base hit. That's a high fastball there, but Rooker able to make contact with it, and he gets on board with the line drive. First base hit for the A's in Sacramento. It's Brent Rooker. That's going to send J.J. Bleday up to bat. Hit .243 last season. So far this year, 3 for 15. Yeah, bad bum contract. That was bad. At least he got a no-hitter. At least got a no-hitter. That's a ground ball to second. 4-6. Can't get the 3. Fielder's choice. Bleday up. Dodgers up 2-0, by the way, in the first inning. 2-run shot there for Kike Hernandez. So 2 out. The ground ball. And that will send Shea Langeliers up to bat. Langeliers last season, .224 over the Mariners series, was 2 for 12 at 182. 250 OBP. The pitch by Brown. That one, curveball that never came down, 1-0. The Ellsbury contract, that was bad. Also, yeah, the Rendon contract, yeah. I mean, he didn't care. He didn't care. Yeah, Dodgers are a machine. They're going to just run train on things. It's going to be just a nightmare. The Bob Uecker curse, the life of the team has disappeared. We'll see. 2-0, pitch in the dirt, and Bleday able to get back pretty easily. Wait, so like the Ravens, the Jets, the Patriots, the Jaguars, like every team in the AFC. All right. The 2-0. I had a feeling it didn't get rerun. Swing and a miss down the middle on the 4-seamer, 2-1. Brown got a lot of run support in that first inning. We'll say, though, Langeliers hit .346 last season after a 2-0 count. 62% on base percentage, but don't think that's going to work here, as that is a 4-3 out. Easily scooped up there. Horner to Bush. 4-3, and it's 4-0. Going into the second. Yeah, I take judo lessons. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I can put 2 and 2 together. Oh, boy. Yeah, I have a lot of sports teams. I'd just be stressed if I had that many teams. If I had that many teams, I'd be stressed all the time. The hard start choosing which ones were for. Yep. Who knows? Root for whichever one's winning. That's what you do. Go to the top of the second. Brown allows 1 hit, but no real danger there. A 4-0 lead for the Cubs after 2 home runs in the top of the first. UConn up by 17, meanwhile. Again, no one should be surprised. UConn should have been a 1 instead of USC. Well, not USC, because obviously Juju, there's no Juju, but UConn should not have been a 2. I think we all knew that. NASCAR, not really. Not really. Yeah, Watson, or Haslam, making the Watson trade was a miss. You don't do that. You don't say that while he's on the roster. You like the Jags and the Titans? How does that make sense? They hate each other. That's like liking Man City and Manchester United. It's like a Barcelona Madrid. And that's the way to do it with old media like that. Is put out a disclaimer, but you air it unedited. Your Cubs and White Sox game, they hate each other. NASCAR, I don't know how I would do on that. Because I don't really watch a lot of NASCAR. Alright. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe, helps the channel a ton on here. This game, yes, like Chargers and Broncos. The free game of the day on MLB TV. Tomorrow we are calling the A's game, and we are calling Yankees D-backs as well. So we got 2 games tomorrow. How do you like the Bills? Is there an AFC team you don't like? Is there any team in the AFC you don't like? Like, yes, simulate the feeling of anti-oppressive by cheering for both a team and their rival. I mean, if they tie a game, you're on cloud 9. The one time a year they tie. Yeah, that's how it should be, David. That's how it should be. And the Chargers. Pitch upstairs for a ball. 1-0. That's going to send Matt Shaw up to bat. Oh, man. Matt Shaw, the rookie, was not good in Tokyo. Had a debut to forget. Didn't do a whole lot better against the D-backs. Did hit a home run in that series, but on the year, just 4 for 23, 174, 208 OBP. Don't like the Browns? All right, thank God. Thank God. Yeah, first off, they never should be the trade in the first place. But why are you admitting that you swung and whiffed on that when he's still on the team? Also, good job having any leverage, like any smoke screen whatsoever. Good luck with that. Saying like, yeah, we kind of need a quarterback. Fouled off, 2-2. You don't like Juventus. All right. At least get that. You're a Steelers fan? All right. I do have an autograph football from the Steelers from the 90s that a good friend of the channel gave me. Not sure if he's watching right now, but Metro Rookie of the Year, you're crazy. Well, he got a base hit there. He's going to try and leg it out for 2, and that decision does not work out. Tried to hustle into second, but a great throw from left field. I'll take a look at this, but it looks like the decision of trying to extend a single into a double and getting greedy with it does not pay off. Based on that, I don't blame you. That's a heck of a throw from first. And a nice tag. We'll see. They might challenge this. This is close. Don't like the Browns. I love the Browns. Shaw was hustling all the way, and they're not challenging. That was a good play. I want to see a closer angle of that. They didn't show a closer. Here we go. This should be the angle. Here we go. Yeah, he got him. On the hand. Beautiful. What a tag. Right on the hand. That's in Carson Kelly up to bat. Former Cardinals and D-backs catcher. Fouled off. 1-1 the count. Challenges on balls and strikes. They're going to do that in 26. Next year, they're going to do that. So, yes, they should, and they will have that happen next year. The automatic balls and strike system was implemented in spring training this year. It's been implemented in minors for a few years now. 2026, we should get automatic balls and strikes. So, they should, and that will happen. Like the Bengals, too. Or at least, wow. Rams, Eagles, Bucks, Cowboys, Panthers, Colts. Wow. You're like Rob Lowe. With the NFL Shield helmet. Just root for everyone. 2-2. Kelly takes that one for a strike. Kelly, this is the 5th team is with. It's 1 for 7 so far on the young season. Pick it to be a number 1 starter? I don't know about that. That pitch misses low. 3-2 the count. Kelly on full counts last season hit just 136, but got on base 52% of the time. So he doesn't swing a lot on 3-2, but he's got a pretty good eye on 3-2. Fouls that one off. Anytime you're 53% on base percentage on a full count, good spot. And good eye there. Kelly's great plate discipline continues on full counts, and he will take first. That's now the 2nd straight batter Estes is allowed on base. Again, Shaw got a base hit, but tried to leg a single out into a double, and it didn't work. Back to the top of the order we go. Swift and Long are painless and agonizing. Or Swift and painless or Long and agonizing. It's going to be bad. Either way, it's going to be bad. Neutral sports fan? Yes, at times. For the NFL, absolutely. What channels are in Cubs A's? It's NBC Sports California. It's regionally televised, but it is the free game of the day on MLB TV. It is the free game of the day. Back to the top of the order we go. It's Ian Happ. High fly ball into right, but that will be easily playable out there for Butler. 2 out. Runner holds it first. There was something in JD7 videos. Would yesterday's council management be a dumb decision worthy? It was pretty bad. I didn't know what he was thinking. But then again, he doesn't have a whole lot of options in the pen. The pen right now is just a mess. Reggie with it too. Go Cubs, go. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Chicago, what do you say? Gonna pay your $2 in the screen today. Appreciate you, man. I'm not talking about this game. Oh. Oh, yeah, I think it's going to be painless. Just get it over with. You know, I love that ball. I mean, that's such a great ball. A race game? Yeah, we're going to do a race game at some point. Yeah, you make the call is basically you're going to decide my schedule. Oh, 1-0. Yep, changing it. That was a typo. The 1-0, Tucker takes someone down low for a ball. 2-0. Which game do you want me to do, Reggie? So your $2 help me decide. Do you want me to do Red Sox, Orioles, or Rockies, Phillies? Which game do you want me to do? I will get you on the call for that. We're going to call one game on Thursday afternoon, and you're going to help me decide which game we're calling. You know, yeah, UConn USA. Yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. And that's a bloop single into center. Runners on first and second. Tucker, his hot streak continues. He gets on board again. Having a great start to the season. Some great baseball as of late. That's what I thought you were talking about. This is going to be, I mean, this one's over. UConn USC, it's over. They're not coming back. Just let me know which game you want me to do. If you are a member, Reggie, you get a lot of cool perks, but you got to use emojis like the Cubs logo and do the Fly the W flag as well. I'm ahead of the TV. God bless MLB TV for that. God bless them. Suzuki up to bat. Had a sacrifice fly last time out to deep left field. Did his job there. He's got runners on first and second here. That pitch chop foul 0-2. Man, this game is the MLB free game of the day. Yankees baseball fan? All right. Steelers and Yankees. All right. Interesting combination. Any attachments to New Jersey teams in my family? No, not really. No, the New Jersey teams are just kind of there. The Jumbo Shrimp, great name. Great ballpark. Swing and a miss on that one. 92. Was late there. Gets out of a jam. Estes does, but still down 4-0 as Suzuki strikes out for the league high 13th time. Unlucky number 13 strikeouts this season for him. Took the money line when they're down. Oh boy. There you go. Estes out of the jam. You Orioles Gunners, that makes sense at least. That makes sense. Especially if you were a fan of the Orioles before the Nationals became a team. Oh, deep fly ball for the Braves. Could that leave the yard at the track? Oh my God, the Dodgers are too good. Leaping grab at the track. You got it. No home run. Steelers and Mets. Ooh, that's an interesting combo. So Suzuki strikes out. Bush will come up to bat on the top of the third, but let's go bottom of the second first. 5, 6, 7 hitters due up here. Probably would Abs minus 1.5. Nice. If you do like betting, oddsgem.com. They have arbitrage betting, so you bet both sides always come out on top. They also have parlay builders. They give you the best odds of any one, because basically what they do is they tell you, okay, this book has the best odds here, this book has the best odds here. Here's the link if you want to use it. Use my code JG9. You get 25% off your first month. I never went to any Nets games during the time in Jersey. No. I was bad. I played T-ball when I was 5. That's about my baseball experience. I was not good at playing, but I did work a lot of baseball. In high school and college, I worked a lot with the baseball team, doing some stuff with communications and whatnot. How many teams? Mets, Jets, Nets, Isles. Oh, those are very common. Those are very common. For a lot of people in New York, you're either Rangers, Yankees, Giants. Wait, hang on. Ready to go another tier? There you go. Yeah, you love it. Yep, there you go. There you go. Yep, it works. Fastball down the middle there, called strike. 0-1. How's it going, Major? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, basically, most people in New York are either Mets, Jets, Nets, Isles, or Knicks, Isles. Really, basketball's the one where you can go either way. Called strike there, 0-2. Or you are Giants, Yankees, Knicks, Rangers. Soderstrom, the 0-2 in the dirt. That's a bouncer there. That'd be a interesting cricket pitch, but baseball, that's a ball. 1-2. Soderstrom, 7 hits so far. this season. He's off to a great start. 4 games in, he leads the American League in hits. 3 home runs already for Soderstrom. Hitting .467, but swing and a miss there. Strikes out for the 6th time this season. Why so many Eds in New York? Good question. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. Andujar coming up to bat. His 2nd season with the A's. Off to a 182 start to the season. 2 for 11. I did go to a Red Bulls game. I went to, I think, 2 Red Bulls games. I did go to 2 Red Bulls games. Am I going to attend Monster Jam? No. I'm not really a Monster Jam person. Subway Series? Hopefully. Yeah, we'll probably do at least one Subway Series. Jets, Yankees, Owls, Knicks. I've seen that combo, yes. That's a weird combo, but I have seen that. I don't have an MLS team. I don't really have an MLS team. Just like watching it at times, but yeah. My soccer team is Fulham. I'm a Fulham fan, but I can't get invested in 2 soccer teams. I would just have a heart attack at that point. Fastball misses upstairs, 2-1. Andujar on the hand of the count here. Andujar hitless in 3 of the 4 games of that series against the Mariners. And check swing there, but it doesn't matter because I was in the strike zone. 2-2. Spurs, Mariners, Orioles, Capitals. 3 of them make sense. Full count now. USL Lighting Pro promotion relegation. I have no idea how that's going to go. On one hand, I'm excited. On the other hand, half these teams don't have the infrastructure to do this. Half these teams don't have the grounds or anything to do this. So I have no idea. Full count. Inside for a ball. Andujar will take first. Andujar got on 45% of the time last season on a full count. Gets on there, and that will send Gio Urshela up. His first season as an Athletic. Urshela fastball misses. 1-0 the count. Well, I've never seen those because, I've never lived in LA, so. Yeah, Giants, Yankees, Rangers, Knicks is the normal traditional group, and then the other one's the hipster New York group. Yeah, it's more like when people say New York sports, what do you have to complain about? It depends what side of the aisle you're on. There's one side where it's like, shut up, you've had more success than I'll ever see in my lifetime. And there's one side where it's like, oh, bless your heart, I actually kind of feel really bad for you. Yeah, Danielson, he needs to retire a while ago, but better late than never. Yeah, a lot of USL teams, yeah, I think so. I think a lot of them are going to fold. Yeah, Cubs are way more popular. Way more popular. The 1-1, curveball, lined right to the shortstop. Look, it was going to go over Swanson's head, but a leaping grab there by Swanson. Good job there. Fast reflexes and 2 outs. Cash by 70 taking 270. There you go. That's how you do it. I bet Auburn money line yesterday at when it was still open. That pitch in there for a called strike. Max Muncy up to bat. Hitting 167 on the season. The former first-round pick from the A's in 2021. His rookie season. Just 2 for 12 that first series. 1-1 here. But you're a Longhorns and an Aggies fan. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Those schools are notorious for hitting each other. UConn, Pats, Red Sox, Celtics, that makes tons of sense. That's right in there. Devils fall in the discussion. Yeah, Devils, I knew like one Devils fan in high school. That was it. Do Atlanta fans root for the Lightning? I don't know who they were for. They might hold out for an expansion team. They might be holding out for an expansion team. Yeah, Spurs, I think you're right on that one, Eli. Yeah, Devils are just kind of there. Swing and a miss. High and upstairs, and Wilson's struggles as a rookie continue. A's leave a man stranded. We go to the top of the 3rd. Score remains 4-0. Only draft compared to other sports. Not as important. There are a lot of guys that don't make it. There's a lot of rounds as well. Also, you can trade. Like, there's a lot more willing and dealing in the minor leagues compared to other sports, so It takes a while to get up the system for a lot of these people, so. So Muncy strikes out there. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the A's at the bottom of the third, but we're on the top of the third, and it's 4-0 to score. Yeah, you've had it pretty nice so far. Yeah, I don't really feel any sympathy for you. 10 hits of the Vikings? Potentially. Potentially. It's a rumor. It is a rumor. I don't know. He seems pretty happy in retirement. It would take a lot to get him out. I'm right there with you, Weifu, on that one. They are the Sacramento A's. For me, they are the Sacramento A's. They play in Sacramento. There is no dirt being moved in Vegas. They are the Sacramento A's. For all I care, they are the Sacramento A's. As long as they're playing in Sacramento, they're the Sacramento A's. Penn State football players for other teams in basketball like UNC or Duke. I know people like that. I know someone. Horrible person. Horrible person. He rooted for Tennessee football and Kentucky basketball. I'm like, how? How do you do that? How do you root for Tennessee football and Kentucky basketball? How does that make sense? If Flacco could go to the Browns. I don't think he will. I think Flacco might be done at this point, but... I mean, he's 40, and he's definitely on the decline. So, I don't know. All right, top of the third. High fly ball into left field, but easily playable up there. First pitch swinging its bush. Had the home run earlier, was thinking same thing there, but that'll be easily playable for the first out. Yeah, I know. It's like, how can you root for Tennessee football and Kentucky basketball? I get rooting for different colleges if, it's a big if, not counting going, like, if you go to the school, obviously, like, I don't agree that you cannot root for, like, if you root for Ohio State, you can't root for Michigan. If you went to Michigan, if you went to Ohio State for your undergrad and Michigan for postgrad, I completely get that. Other than that, I don't get how. The 0-1, in there for a ball, 1-1. But like for me, like high point above everything, but they don't have a football team, so I'll root for Florida and Arizona State because I went to Arizona State. Best team of all time for baseball? I'm impartial to the 90. I'm impartial to the 98 Yankees. Livestream the College World Series? Maybe at some point. A's move to Nashville or Portland? I don't see it. I think they'll get something done in Sacramento. I think they're going to stay in Sacramento. They'll figure something out. The 2-1, Swanson takes that one outside for a ball. Had that solo shot last time. Went there, it's on the rival school. Well, there are reasons they have the program you want. The program, scholarship, money, job opportunities. I mean, it depends. Popped into foul ground, but playable. And making the play. I'm not sure if they were going to get interference on that one either way. Catch there made by the catcher in foul ground, Langoliers. Now, he was being interfered with, oddly enough, by Swanson. He had to get out of the way on that one. He didn't realize the ball was coming that way. Drifted over, but doesn't matter. Made the catch either way. 2 out. Is there somebody 29? I'm going to say Fiction. Fisher's got the money. This is not a Stu situation. Fisher's got the money. That's an asset that's growing. Well, of the 4 guys, Rogers is the best. KC fan. Pitch misses low for a ball. 1-1. Horner up to bat. Again, Estes is a guy that the first 2 innings, he's rough. After the first 2, he settles down considerably. And just as I say that, it allows a base hit to short, like, over the shortstop. Runner on first. I would say Liberty's having a 10 at high point. Well, Liberty's different because they have, like, different, like, they had the program. If they had the program that I needed. I know people that went to Arizona for undergrad, but Arizona has, I'll put it this way. Here's a more realistic scenario. UFL ratings, we know the Friday game, 700,000 people. Or 690 on that one. We have a mound visit here. Swarner gets on board. But I'll put it this way. In Arizona, there are 2 law schools in Arizona. That's it. ASU is a top 25 law school, and there's no other law school in the area. So I know a fair amount of people that went to U of A for undergrad, and then they want to stay in state, so they went to ASU. Like, there are no law schools in there. You still won the Friday game. We'll know the weekend one's on, we'll know the weekend one's tomorrow. Willard leaving Maryland for Nova. The way he did it was awful. You don't trash the program on the way out. You don't trash the program on the way out. The way he went about it, making a distraction and all these demands, bashing everyone on the way out, it was bad. It was just a Friday game for now. We'll know the weekend stuff on Tuesday. Crow Armstrong up to bat. Struck out last time. Said a rough start to the season. 2 for 25 to start the year off. You hear the root from remote areas? Yeah, it depends on what games they get, I think. Like a lot of Bronco fans, probably a lot of Viking fans and Chief fans, and Montana probably a lot of Seahawk fans too. Pitch upstairs, misses 1-1. Yeah, I hope they were good. This league's going to survive based on the ratings. If the ratings are not good, this league's done. Because they're bleeding money, but the TV networks, they know they need programming. If the league's good, ratings are good, people are watching, they'll keep it afloat. If it's not, they'll pull the plug. The 1-1. Chop foul, 1-2. And that was a good game. The quality just wasn't there this week. The quality for the UFL was not there this week. Cubs, Packers, Steelers, and Blues. I could see that. I could definitely see that. 3 more games? Oh, I'm streaming every day. I'm streaming every single day. The 1-2. Misses upstairs for ball 2-2. Yeah, Broncos by landmass. Yep. It's been hard to find the replacement for Wright. I mean, they've only had one coach since then. So, who knows? Yeah, we're going to stream 2 games tomorrow, 2 games Wednesday. Or no, 1 game Wednesday. 2 games Thursday. Kickoff play. Nothing there. 2-2. Yeah, similar USC, UCLA. USC is more degree options. Yep. Pharmacy program. Yep. And they don't really have a journalism program. You know, USC, the journalism program is really good. The 2-2. Foul ball. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday. When am I streaming? So, well, tomorrow we are streaming the Yankees D-backs game at 7 o'clock Eastern time. I don't know what time that is by you. I would guess like 9 a.m. by you. Ratings came out for the Friday game. 690,000 people. 690K, which is about what I expected. I expected 700K. And then 2-2. Misses for a ball. Full count here. Runner will go. We're doing the Cubs-A's game tomorrow. Wednesday, we're doing Yankees D-backs, and then we are doing a Q&A GeoGuessr stream. Thursday, we're doing one of those 2 games on the right side, and then we are doing Yankees D-backs. 3-2. That one misses outside for a ball. Back, or 2 walks, I should, or, wow, 2 runners on after the walk. Crow Armstrong, rough start to the season, but good play this one there. It's going to send Shaw up to bat. Well, I stream every D-backs story game. Most of them. I'd say most of them. I stream NFL? Yes. That's how we started. I stream all the NFL games. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, all the national games. We stream a lot of NFL games. Preseason. A bottom half-seeded team win it all? Potentially. I mean, we see them make the Final Four, so at that point, I think it's possible. Yeah, George Mason was a... I think they were an 11. Or no, were they a 12 or an 11? Shaw going to pop that one up. Into foul ground. Easy play here. Calling it off. Urshela. No harm done. Estes gets out of the jam. Football, basketball, baseball. My sport ranking, I put baseball too. Baseball's too. But yeah, I do NFL streaming. Will they pull the plug based off this week's ratings alone? No. No, it won't be off this week. I'm talking like next season. The different versions of One Shiny Moment. Vandross, Pendergrass, Hudson. I've not done hockey. I'm not really good at calling hockey. I got to get a lot of practice with that. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. As Shaw's struggles continue. The bottom of the order... Not great for the Cubs this season. Score remains 4-0. Cubs leave 2 on. Speaking of the bottom of the order, the 9 hitter coming up for the A's. Yeah, Cubs they're one of the most popular teams out there. Worst stats in NFL history, so I just appreciate you. Yeah, the Goldberg video, that got over 1 million views. That one was a fun one to put together. Because I could have gone on for like 50 minutes on that one. A 16 team make it to the Final Four, I think every bracket would bust. Every bracket busts. Yeah, the Cubs are very popular out here. There were so many Cubs fans out here this weekend. Can they make a comeback for this week? Yeah, I think so. Again, they're at a... It's a saturated thing right now. It's a very saturated market. Starting the season during March Madness and opening weekend for baseball, very saturated. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, helps the channel a ton. Any donation, get your question right away. Those are just go in the way they see them. And again, any donation counts toward you make the call. Help me decide which game we're calling. If you want a score update with the emojis, there you go. And we have the emojis for every game the team is playing. We'll call Yankees D-backs tomorrow. New video dropping tomorrow. You know, they called one NFL game, and then that was it. That was it. Now, hockey's a fun sport. Hockey's fun, but the other thing with hockey is that I have to know for a fact when the game is going to be done. Like, there's a lot of stuff with hockey where if I get like a double or triple overtime game, I'm screwed timing-wise. So I got to be careful with that. You know, Cubs are wildly popular out here. I think all across the country. NFL announced schedule usually about 2 weeks after the draft. So you're looking at about May 11th. If I had to guess on that one, I would guess May 14th. I'm going to guess May 14th on that one. First pitch, 1-0. I got to change the ink to bottom of the third. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, make sure you subscribe. That is a line drive into left. If that's fair, that's gone. And that is gone. The first home run by the A's in Sacramento, and it's Jacob Wilson. His first career home run, the first round pick from 2023 out of GCU. He gets a home run, the first of his career. Touch 'em all, Jacob. You've made history. 4-1 the score. As that one leaves here, we go back to the top of the order for Lawrence Butler. A line drive. Great exit velo on that one. That one was fair, was gone, and man, that was gone. First ever for Wilson. First ever for the A's in Sacramento. A historic home run on many occasions. St. Paul, wasn't that what, like North League? That's a high fly ball into left center. Can he catch that one? That will go off the wall. That's going to be a base hit. That should be at least 2 bases. A stand-up double there, as Crow Armstrong cannot get there in time. Good start for the A's this inning. The bats have come alive. Lawrence Butler. Just 2 for 16 to start the season off. Well, 20th is still good. If you're a top 30, top 25 law school, that's good. I mean, Sandra O'Connor is top 25. What time am I streaming? I'm not streaming the Panthers game. I'm streaming 7 o'clock Eastern time and 10 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm guessing 9 a.m. by you. Send Rooker up to bat. Chops that one down the third base line. That one stays fair. Runners to hold at second. 1 out. I mean, I will say this. The games themselves for March Madness have been fine. Obviously, you want upsets. You want Cinderellas. I get it. Elite 8 was crap. First round was crap. The other 2 rounds were pretty good. Elite 8 was awful outside the Florida game, which was insanity. You Northern League for a while, now independent? Yeah. I think you can buy a Northern League team. I think you can actually buy a team in the Northern League. Bloody up to bat. Pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Coastal free concessions, I love that. I love that. No limits. Someone's going to exploit that. Someone's going to do the 55 burger thing and whatnot. That one popped into shallow right. Should be easily playable out there. And it is. Fielded on the play by Tucker. Runner holds at second. 2 outs. Like, when you say no limits, there's going to be people that exploit that. There's going to be someone that does the I think you should leave sketch and do 55 burgers, 55 hot dogs. Someone's going to do that. That's going to back up the lines and not be fair to anyone. But we'll see. They're ranked 36? How they've dropped that far? They were top 25 when I went there. What the heck happened? What the heck happened? They were top 25 when I was there. Number 1 in innovation. Wow. Pitch misses low for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, Arkansas is not a Cinderella. Arkansas, Calipari can never coach a Cinderella. Langoliers, the 1-0 pitch to him, misses outside 2-0. Sounds about right, Sports Talk. That does sound about right. Although he could have got a very lucky break. I mean, to be fair, the Cubs, they've won one World Series in 116 years. I mean, they haven't gotten every lucky break. He should still be in Oakland. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. Langoliers, just foul. He was very good after a 2-0 count last year. Once he got to 2-0, he hit 346, got on base 62% of the time. It's not the guy I want to mess around with. Stream tomorrow morning? Alright. I guess a lot of people are going to be streaming the games. The day before April Fool's Day, so Fair Coast, Colorado is going to come out with April Fool's? No, you wouldn't do that. You don't do on March 31st and do that. You don't do that. Oh, that would be so much bad publicity. You don't do that. Not on March 31st. You don't do that. I'm muted? No, I'm not muted. I'm good. 2-1. Fouled off down the right field line. 2-2 the count. He's got a solo shot from Wilson to lead off the inning. I hope Florida wins it all. I have Florida winning all my bracket. If Clayton shoots the way he did, yeah. You can't hear me, try refreshing, because everyone else can hear me. Everyone else can hear me. I'm not getting any errors on my end. Oh, you're good, man. No, you're good. You're good. The 2-2. I know, you're good. I've done that before. You're totally fine. You're good. 2-2. In there for a called strike 3 at the knees. Good job there by Brown. After falling behind 2-0, throws 3 straight strikes. Wilson gets the solo shot. But that'll be all the A's get that inning. We go to the top of the 4th with a score 4-1. Yeah, they're telling the truth on that one. I'm able to watch it on the planer at the hotel if the Saturday draft game's at 7. I don't know. Because usually there's stuff after that Saturday. I don't know. I don't know on that one. Because you got to walk back to the hotel and there's stuff happening after the draft. I can tell you're a Panthers fan. I can tell. Should be a good game tomorrow. Should be a good game. Go to the top of the 4th. Orioles, they do have good uniforms. I think that the Yankee pinstripes are the best. You'll never hear me complain about the Yankee pinstripe uniforms. Those are classic in every sense of the word. Foss and Francoeur, I'll be watching on mute, so. But national games usually have longer commercial breaks. I'm not crazy about that. What stuff usually happens after the draft? Well, usually like that's like when things like kind of cool down. So like sometimes do a post-draft concert. It's usually a post-draft concert that Saturday. Or I'll meet up with people. There's going to be a lot of people. Green Bay host going to be a disaster? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because they don't have the hotel space. Downtown. Here's what I'm worried about. Here's what I'm worried about with them. Probably should be a good sponsor. Here's what I'm worried about with Green Bay. Downtown is 3 miles away from Lambeau Field. So you're not going downtown to eat. If you're at the draft, you're not going downtown to eat. If you want to eat after the draft is done, 11:30, 11 o'clock at night, you're going to have to eat at the places around Lambeau Field. Now, they could be great for all I know. But here's what I do know. There's going to be about 100,000 people there. They're all going to need places to eat, as that is a shot into left field. If that's fair, that's gone, and that one's gone. Carson Kelly with a leadoff homer. The 9-hitter's bowling out today. A leadoff homer for Wilson, the 9-hitter for the A's, the bottom of the 3rd. And Carson Kelly's like, hey, I'm a 9-hitter. I can do that. He gets a home run. And the Cubs back up 5-1 as Kelly knocks his first home run of the season and his first home run as a Chicago Cub on the line drive to left. The 3rd home run of the game for the Cubs. And we go back to the top of the order with Hap. Count 0-1. But yeah, the thing with Green Bay, you're going to have at 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, there were 500,000 people in Detroit last year. Let's assume just 100,000 for night one. Let's assume 100,000 for night one. You're going to have 100,000 people congregating to the same spot for food. Because there are not a lot of things, because again, it's not downtown. How long are you going to wait for food? The place is going to be slammed. I'm very worried from that standpoint, just like preparation-wise. It's going to be slammed. It's Puck. AJ Puck is pronounced Puck. I love the guy. He's a great reliever for the D-backs. Hap, that one, line foul, full count. Like, I am very worried about the draft for that reason. We're never going to have it inside a stadium. Stadium, you're not going to do that. It'll be outside. It'll be outside the venue. Yeah, day 3, be getting there early at 9 a.m. That's Saturday, see if I can get parking there in neighborhoods. Yeah. 2 hours should be good. That one, check, swing, did not go around, and Hap gets on board. First 2 men are on this sitting. Yeah, I did know that about Rusty. I didn't know that. Draft in Milwaukee. I think they want the backdrop of Lambeau. They want the backdrop of Lambeau. Yeah, UFL rating. Yeah, week 5, the ratings are not going to be good. Especially Friday night. Oh, game over Friday night. Sunday should be okay. But Friday night's going to be bad. I don't know what they're thinking with that. Tucker up to bat. Down the middle. It's a meatball, but got under it. It's a meatball down the middle. But Tucker cannot take advantage. Demonstration if the NFL decided to let the Commanders switch to their current state? Yes, it would be. So many ways. But it's also limits the capacity. Part of what makes the draft good that no one notices really with that is if people leave the draft, you can move up. So it always looks full. Stadiums, you limit the capacity. Yeah, Jacksonville, I think when they get the new stadium and they do the renovations and the shipyards and everything, I think they'll get it at some point. That's what they want. Yeah, the draft, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting. I mean, I've never been to Green Bay. I'm excited. But, man, I'm a bit worried. I would not be... I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. The setup looks great. It looks like it's going to be a pristine background. And I'm excited. I'm going to be touring Lambeau. So... That one, a line drive for Suzuki. That's a base hit. Runners on first and second. 3 of the first 4 men in this inning have gone on base. As Suzuki with a sac fly today and a base hit. With the draft in London, yeah, the time difference would be way too much. It would be way too much. Well, NOLA would be an interesting place. Fire Festival? No, it's not going to be Fire Festival. No, they have a plan. The stage exists. The place they're holding the draft in exists. That's more than I can say about Fire. Initial thoughts when they decided to add Vegas? About time. I was like, about time on that one. Like, I never got why... I get why Vegas used to not have a team because of gambling. But once gambling became legal in other places, you could bet on your phone. It's like, okay, what's the holdup at this point? You can bet anywhere. Like, Vegas needs a team. So I was excited when Vegas got a team. I was like, it's about time. About time we got some expansion. You have to remember, too, like, as a fan that was born in 97, I never saw expansion in my life. Like, MLB didn't expand in 98 to get to 30. NFL expanded in 02. I wasn't a fan by that point. I was 5 years old. The NBA, they hadn't expanded since the mid-2000s. So really, like, by the time I became a fan, like, I hadn't seen expansion before. 0-1 the count. Ace same capacity, it's about 12,000. About 12K. Like Dash Con with the pulpit. If it's like Wonka Con, the Willy Wonka experience with the unknown, that's what it should be. Instead of Goodell doing the instead of Goodell announcing the picks, it's the unknown. Just standing in the corner. That's what it should be. You get greeted by the unknown. Why is the NHL the only Big Four league to expand the past 2 decades? I think startup costs, not too bad. Because you have the arenas built in place. You don't have to build the ballpark or build the stadium. I think also oversaturation is not not a problem because you have the entire world to use for hockey with global expansion. And you got 2 countries versus 1. So there's a lot of markets that don't have an AHL team. Versus NBA, there's not a lot of markets where it's like, okay, like, not a lot of markets that wouldn't, like, overtake at that point. The 1-2 here to Bush. Before that, we got to pick up play at second. Doesn't work. Bush hit that home run in the first inning. NBA expand? I think they should. Seattle and Vegas. Seattle and Vegas. $600 million starting AHL team. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's $500 million for MLS. We're in the billions for the other sports. $600 million is not bad. The 1-2. Bush into center. It's hanging up there long enough to make the play. And Blade making that one. 2 outs. The Angels are for the Spear. That looked great. I have not been to the Spear. I want to go. I think Backstreet Boys are playing there this summer, and I'm tempted to go. I have to make it work with a schedule. But I'm tempted. Obviously, hotel is going to be interesting. NFL is much bigger than it was in 2002. Why didn't they expand since then? I think part of it, first off, I think the easy answer, there's a few answers to that. Number one, with a league like the NHL, you can have an odd number of teams and be totally fine. Swanson, deep fly ball to center field. That'll be easily played there by Blade. 5-1 the score. Cubs extend their lead back up to 4 after that solo shot by Kelly. To lead off the inning. All good, Justin. So a few reasons why. You can't really have an odd number of teams in the NFL. NBA, you can do it. NHL, you can do it. NHL, if you have 31 teams, all right, what's the big deal? There's really, okay, you have uneven conferences. So what? That's not a major issue scheduling-wise. NFL, if you add 32, so the problem with 32, past 32, okay, you add up 1 team, 33. How the heck is that going to work? Scheduling-wise. Okay, so we had 2 teams. How is 34 going to work? So you're going to have 3 divisions of 4 and 1 division of 5 in each. How's that going to work? Why can't the NFL function with the number of teams but the NHL and NBA can? Well, part of it is because of the way it works. So the NFL, you're playing 1 game a week. You're playing 1 game a week on 1 day. So the problem is that the schedule was a mess for that. Problem is that something's going to be off. So someone's always going to be off if that happens. NHL, NBA, yes, some will always be off on a given day, but you're playing every single day. I remember the Sonics. Yeah, I do remember the Sonics. Yeah, block views for street rates. I did see that. That makes... Yeah, that was just a ploy to get people to spend an outrageous amount of money. And the traffic was a nightmare. I know people that live in Vegas said the traffic was a nightmare. Yeah, week 1 by, week 17 by. I mean, it's not great. So that's part of why. Also, scheduling, you can work around. If you play a team an uneven number of times in the NBA or the NHL, okay, so what? 82 game season. NFL, different story. Tiebreakers would be weird because division record and whatnot would be different for different teams. Messing up the formula would be very bad. So really, the only good number for the NFL is 36. So that's why. You could add 1 team at a time in the NBA and the NHL. But you really can't do that for the NFL. You got to add 4 at once. First pitch in there for a strike to Soderstrom. MLB, same thing. You can't add an odd number of teams. Because 33, someone's always going to be off. You can't have a team off for 3 days at a time. It would mess everything up. So you got to go 34. Right. NFL, you got to go 36. That's the problem. So you need not just 1 market, you need 4 markets. That's a lot harder to add 4 markets than to say add 1. Especially because a lot of these cities that could conceivably have teams are like, wait a second, they're infringing on my rights. Like Austin, San Antonio, they could absolutely do a team. Absolutely. Problem is that the Cowboys and Texans would cry foul because you're infringing on my rights, territory rights and whatnot. 1-2. How they do it in 2002? Well, before 2002, you mean? 99 to 01, it was a mess. Teams had week 1 buys, week 17 buys. The schedules were all out of whack. It was completely random, essentially. You had some instances where teams are playing each other twice for no reason. Divisions with 6, be 6 divisions, 6 teams each. Be East, Central, West. Right? And did it work, though, Jake? Did it really work? I'll put it this way. Here's an example of how it didn't work. So that's a swing and a miss in the dirt. Soderstrom strikes out. You know how many times we saw John Elway play Dan Marino? You know how many times you saw Eloy play Marino? It was not a lot. It did not work. From 1976 to 1997, the Broncos and the Dolphins, despite being in the same conference, played each other one time. Base it up the middle, Andahar. They played each other one time in 21 years. Yeah, 30 it worked. It worked with 30. It worked with 30. Yeah, they literally, from 1976 to 97, you had the Broncos and the Dolphins play once in a 21-year stretch. So I don't think it worked. I don't think it worked. Urshela up to bat. 40 teams, I could see that at some point. It's got to be Europe, though. I think at some point we'll get there. In 91-01, which is very bizarre. You were robbed at Elway Marino. We were. 30 was perfect. 32 is good. The problem with 30 is that each of us, there's 5 teams, so we play each other twice. So half your games are against the division. Doesn't leave a lot of room for other games against other opponents. Yeah, Supersonics, they will come back. When they expand the NBA, they'll go to 32. Seattle and Vegas with the teams. Shot foul, Urshela, 1-1. Brown, this will be his 50th pitch. This is Brown's first start of the season. That is a single into center field. Mariners on first and second. When they play, 1985. Brown, his last outing, was out of the pen against the Dodgers. 2 2/3. 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks. First start of the season for him. I may have a team in Jacksonville. I think 3 in Florida might be pushing it, but Jacksonville could support a team. Yeah, they're always expanding. Yep, now we've seen a stoppage. I think part of it's too, because back then those leagues were very gate-driven, and now they're TV-driven. So what that means is that the games are being shown, these local games are getting shown more. If that makes sense, in other places that wouldn't have traditionally had them. Is it a good game? I mean, I don't remember. Shot foul, but the fact that it only happened once in 21 years is insane. Muncy up to bat. Just 2 for 13 to start the year off. You know, that happened a few times, Doug. Cowboys and Packers in 1989, if I'm not mistaken. It happened. Because of the weird way some divisions had 5, 7, 4. That was the way to get it balanced. How long was NFL at 29? They were never at 29. They never were at 29. Check swing there. Did he go? They're going to say he did not. 2-1. So they were at 28 when the Bucks and the Seahawks came in 76. Then went to 30 with Jacksonville and Carolina in 95. So they were always at, that was close. They were never at 29. 31 they were there after the Browns rejoined the league and got their stadium. That kind of screwed everything up. They'll charge you $5 call watching the Grand Prix without a ticket. That's insane. For using your eyes, for not even trespassing. Curveball on the first strike, 2-2. How is that even allowed? How can, like, I honestly don't know how that's allowed. If you're not trespassing, how can you be charged for using your eyes? I don't get that. The 2-2. High fastball upstairs, 3-2, full count. Brown in a bit of a jam right now. What can Muncy do with a full count here? The first time he faced the full count this season, he got out. High pressure spot. You know, I think they're going to go to 32 for the NBA. Right, Broncos and Dolphins only playing 95. Yep. It's crazy. Or 85. I don't think the Bucks went to Buffalo until like the 2000s. Muncy makes contact there into right center. That's a base hit. That's going to fall. Muncy going to get an RBI. That brings in a run. Runners on second and third. Muncy with his second RBI of the season. He delivers on the full count. And it's 5-2 with 2 runners in scoring position. No, I think Orlando, though, we're looking to. Good piece of hitting there by Muncy. And Brown in a bit of a jam right now. He's allowed runs in back-to-back innings. And he's not out of this one yet because Jacob Wilson, the 9-hitter, who got a solo shot off him last inning, is up to bat. Point differential is a third tiebreaker for contract awarding. That's just a fancy way of saying waivers. That's a fancy way of saying, like, the waiver order. That's just a really fancy way of saying the waiver system. Mound visit here for Brown. He's going to stay out there for now. I should note that Brown has only gone... Brown last season, a lot of his appearances were under 4 innings. I don't get it. Well, waivers, basically when a player gets cut. Waivers are awarded based on the record you got. So, when a player gets cut and put on waivers, is that pitch is on the outside for a strike 0-1. When you are when a player gets cut, they're put on waivers. No, it's not for the draft, it's for the regular season. So let's say, is that pitch? Ground ball up the middle. Now bring in a run. Can he beat out the throw? He cannot. It's a 4-3 out, but one run advances to 90 feet, and the other one gets in. So an RBI ground out there for the 9-hitter. Second RBI of the game for Wilson. It's 5-3. You know, seats are filled up. Yeah, Sacramento's going to support this team. I'm not worried about Sacramento. They're going to rally behind the A's. So Wilson doing his job today. 2 RBI and 2 plate appearances. Back to the top of the order we go for Butler. But basically, let's say, is that pitch in their first strike? Let's say the Jaguars decide, Tank Bigsby, we don't want you anymore, you're cut. Every team in the league has a chance to get Bigsby at that point, before he absorb that contract. And how the order is determined for that is it's based on the record that you've got. So that's what that is. It's to acquire a guy mid-season after they get cut by a team. So I remember that happening. I was not alive when that happened. I was not alive. Titans, well, the Oilers were a thing in 1960. Then they moved to Tennessee in 97. And then they became the Titans in 99. Ground ball to second. Picks it up. Throws to first. Easy out. 4-3 out. 5-3 your score, though. Top of the 5th. 2 runs for the A's that inning as they try to chip away at this lead. It was 4-0 after the top of the first, but... Well, the Rays leave a runner on. They're right in this thing. Just team our is necessary because otherwise players could score wherever they wanted. They don't have to sign the player. It doesn't have to be accessible to the Grand Prix. Yeah, I don't know how that would have worked with the streets the way they are. A ghost runner rule. So I like it. I just think it needs to be first base instead of second. I like ghost runner for regular season, not postseason. Postseason should never happen. Postseason, it better not happen. But regular season, I like it, but it's got to be, I think, on first base. You should not be able to throw a perfect game and lose. And that you can do that now, which stinks. But otherwise, without waivers, here's what... No, they can't just sign wherever they want. Not mid-season. Because the problem is that if you do that, if you have a system like that, what would happen, if you didn't have waivers, what would happen is that the good teams, or the good players would... Titans came in 1999. 99 was their first season as the Titans. What would happen is, players sign... If there was no waiver system, what would happen is, players that are unhappy would do everything in their power to get cut intentionally by the team. They would be like a menace to intentionally get cut. They would get cut, and then they would sign with whoever they wanted to. I don't like it here. All right, I'm going to sign with the Eagles. I'm going to sign with the Lions and whatnot. Waivers prevent that. It's like, okay, you get cut. All right, you're going to want... the other team has any chance to get you. At least the A's are trying to get back from being down 4-0. Yep, better than the Mariners being down 6-0. Yep. Home run derby? Absolutely not. Appreciate you, Brian. Appreciate you, man. Absolutely not on a home run derby. That's gimmicky. I don't hate the banana ball rules. I'm not going to lie. I don't hate the showdown rules for banana ball. It's not like this, Satanic. Appreciate you, Brian, a ton. Appreciate you a ton. You know, we're going to be streaming a lot of baseball this season. We're going to be streaming a lot of baseball this season. Estes staying in there. This is probably going to be his final inning. The Cardinals moved to Arizona in 1988. Horner up to bat. Pitch misses upstairs for a ball, 2-0. The shootout in hockey? I'm fine with it. But I'm glad it's not that way for the postseason. We will not see the reunion until next year. That's a bummer. A hairpin turn? By jeez. Yeah, I've seen those turns. I don't know how on earth. I don't know how on earth do you do that? God. Last season when Horner got ahead 2-0, he was hitting .405. He got on base 66% of the time. So, great discipline once he gets ahead of 2-0, and right now he's ahead 3-1. The Ravens came in 96. 3-1. Takes someone for a strike. How's it going, Andrew Carfin? Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you being here for this stream. First ever game in Sacramento. Another playoff hockey. I love it. I'm kind of glad I don't have a favorite hockey team because I'd be dead if I watched playoff hockey as a fan of a team. Now, postseason just stay the way it is for NHL. Don't mess with a golden formula. 3 over 10 minutes like Olympic rule, sort of. I can live with that, yeah. 3-2. Line drive, past the third baseman for a base hit. Past the third baseman for a base hit. Again, last season, Horner was phenomenal after getting ahead 2-0. Got on base about 65% of the time, and that's going to be it for Estes. So we'll make a pitching change. Estes, his day is done. 5 runs allowed, and he's responsible for the man on first. Bottom of the order here. Crow Armstrong, due up. You can throw a 29 out perfect game and still... Yep, you could. That's why I don't like the rules the way it is. I don't like the way the rules... How's it going, Jacob? Yeah, no, we're doing a lot of baseball this season. We're doing a lot of baseball. I hate penalty kicks for soccer. I hate it. I hate penalty kicks for soccer. Now, I'm not in Guam because otherwise it's going to be blocked out. The Ravens are an expansion team, yes. The Ravens count as an expansion team. The Browns' whole history reverted back to the Browns. The Ravens are an expansion team. Yeah, hockey would have been the same for you if I was the Oats fan. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Would have been something else. Yeah, but we're doing a lot of baseball this season. Jaguars 95. 1995. Yeah, playoff hockey for the Yotes. Thank God I did not support that team. So we got a pitching change coming up. Estes, his day is done. Not a great outing, but I think that goes without saying. Right, can't have a tournament game. Yeah, I think you could remove players, though. You could make it every 10 minutes. You take one guy off and you get to, like, 7-on-7. Because it shouldn't be you can go an entire game without getting a shot and win, technically. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. Every other sport, you at least have to score. When it matters most in playoffs, you got to score at least one time. World Series, well, I had Dodgers Red Sox. I'm sticking with it. It's early. I'm sticking with it. 95 on that one. 1995. Right, old school. Yeah, old school, that was fun. The old school MLS style. There was more skill involved with that. Latest I remember seeing for a playoff OT game. Oh, I don't know. I know, like, I stayed up for the Red Sox Dodgers World Series game that ended like 3 in the morning. Probably like 1 in the morning for hockey. Yeah, Shane Doan, absolute legend. They treat him like crap out there. They'll honor him when they get an expansion team, I would think. New pitcher in, by the way, is Spence for the A's. So again, Estes, 9 hits allowed, 5 runs, and he's responsible for the man there. Yeah, they're an expansion team. Yankees, Red Sox, ALCS? I do. So Spence the pitcher. Yeah, NHL rights, very odd. It shouldn't be that way. Really, for my money, if you change the city and the name, that's it. Unless you carry the name over. That it makes no sense. Like, why should the Utah Hockey Club have any ties to Winnipeg or Arizona? Ground ball, base hit. So Spence's first batter. Crow Armstrong gets on, and runners on the corners, first and third. Yeah, Devers, he'll get out of his slump. It's early. Curious built in arena where the Cubs spring training field. They still be in Arizona. Yep. Runner goes to second, actually. A bad throw there by the right fielder. NLCS, Dodgers against the... My pick was Dodgers Braves. But we'll see. Again, it's early. The Braves are off to a good start, obviously. Shaw up to bat, 1 for 2. And Mitch Spence, the pitcher here. His second game of the season, first outing. 2 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 strikeouts. No, Panthers were found at first, but they both entered the league in 95. The Panthers technically came first by a month in terms of when they were awarded. Panthers were October 93, and the Jaguars were November 93. Well, I'll call the Sacramento A's because technically they're not going to stay in Sacramento. Technically speaking, they're going to go to Vegas. But ground has not moved. The shovels have not been moved. There's no dirt moving. So it's really a temporary home that I don't think will be temporary. The 2-0. That one on the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Yeah, Profar. Is it not available for the playoffs? I know 80 games he's spent it for. That's enough to... He'll be back by that point. Why can't they embrace the city of Sacramento? Why does John Fisher do half the stuff that he does? 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Not the fastest, but blew by him. Titans still have the Oiler unis? I thought they got rid of those. They're not wearing them anymore. But that's a bit different because they were called the Tennessee Oilers for a bit. That's a little different. The 2-2. Yeah, I don't know how the next experiment's going to go. Outside for ball, but the trilogy's been great. 3-2. 4 CSL to serious owner. Well, Fisher spent this offseason. That's the thing. Fisher spent. But I think I got the stadium deal done. Honestly, right now, I got bigger issues with Stu. I think Stu's the bigger concern right now for MLB than Fisher. I can't let Players get spent for BDs. Oh, man. Yeah, and he's done. Glad on live radio still having issues. Oh, that sucks. So glad you're here, Tim Eric. Bases loaded. Full count. Shaw walks. Don't want to mess around the bottom of the order, and that's exactly what's happening here. Is Crow Armstrong with an RBI with a double, and Shaw gets some more bases loaded. Nobody out. All right. I'm not sure they're getting MLS. There's a lot of rumors with MLS. Kelly up to bat. Last time out, got a solo shot. His first home run as a Cub. This time he's going to ground it up the middle. Through the shortstop. Diving attempt, but nothing there. Base hit. That's going to be an RBI single. 2 RBI on that one. 7-3 the score. Cubs extend their lead back up to 4. So Spence, the first 3 batters he's faced, it's been a nightmare. Kelly first pitch swinging. On that one, he's up to 3 RBI this game. Kelly just 1 hit entering this game on the season. He's got 2 hit tonight for 3 RBI. Runners on the corners. How close is the old Phoenix to my apartment? I mean, I'm pretty much downtown Phoenix, so. First pitch swing there for Happ, 0-1. Back to the top of the order we go. Cubs have now scored 11 runs in their last 7 innings of work. 0-1 check swing. Did he go? We're going to say he did. 0-2. Tush push getting banned. I hate it. I hate it. I don't think it will. Based on what I heard today at the competition with the coaches, I don't think it's getting banned. But I think it goes against the spirit of sports. We ban stuff because it's too good. It doesn't make sense to me. It's not a safety issue. Chop foul. If it was a safety issue, I get it. If it was, they do not embrace it, Billy. They're part of it, but they don't embrace it. How's it going, RFK? But if it was a safety issue, I completely get it. The problem is that, number one, we don't need to enforce more rules. The referees have enough on their plate as it is. Indoor soccer in Vegas? Well, I think Vegas, you would have to build an indoor stadium because it's too hot to play the games otherwise. The 0-2, we'll just play at Allegiant. Line foul, we stay alive down the first base line. But it's not a safety issue. And it's not unstoppable. It's not unstoppable. That's the other thing with the tush push. It's not unstoppable. The Jaguars stopped it. It's been stopped. Other teams have tried it. They failed. Who can the closest? Oh, I would guess the Flames. The 0-2 in the dirt takes it for a ball. 1-2. Games I streaming on Wednesday. Wednesday we are streaming the Yankees Diamondbacks game. So we're about to switch between those 0 to yeah. There's no data. It is. If it was a safety issue, it's one thing. Also, what's doing through the tush push being banned, but then they're not stopping these guys getting carried down the field in the second level. Like, what's stopping that? The 1-2 steps out of the box, calls time. Do I stream my team? I do not stream the Jaguars. No. I would get too stressed. It would not be a fun stream either, because I just wouldn't be talking a lot. Should the Jets acquire the history of the 1-pack Jets? Yes. Yes, they should. Calgary's up by 10. Oh, man. Off by 1. Off by 1. 1-2. That one in there for a called strike. Finally an out by Spence. It's been a rough outing so far for him, but my team is the Jaguars. Turns out like garbage. Yeah, I think Rocco's on the hot seat at this point. Tucker up to bat. Cubs are doing a great job before that, keeping the line moving. The first 4 batters got on. And now here comes Tucker. Yeah, some teams, yeah, exactly. Off-speed pitch there for a strike. 0-1. Kyle Tucker, 2 for 3 this game. He has been money as of late. He has 6 hits his last 3 games, alongside 5 RBI. Yeah, I'm a Jaguars fan. Man, there's just on the 1. What was supposed to, yeah. Exactly. You bet me in a sports trivia question? All right. Oh, you beat me in that, yeah. Jared's getting a concussion or something, make it banned? But again, he hasn't. Yeah, the NBC Sports, oh, it's bad. It looks like robotic font. There's no logos. It looks terrible. It looks cheap. Like, why are some of the fonts different than others? Like, every font besides the team fonts are good. That one's in there for a strike off speed 1-2. I've not seen the mural in downtown Phoenix. I don't think I have. The mural, I know the mural in the rotunda of Chase Field. I know that one. Am I streaming the draft in 25? I'm not. I'm going to the draft. But I'll do vlogs, so I'll show you my experience and my time in Green Bay. I'll be editing vlogs, but I'm not going to be live streaming the draft. I'm also legally not allowed to live stream the draft, actually. I'm legally, as part of the package I have, I'm legally not allowed to live stream the draft. Yeah, the final sound of Minecraft. Speaking of Minecraft, new movie coming out this weekend. With Jack Black in a blue shirt. 2-2 the count. Runners on the corners for Tucker. That one shot foul. We stay alive at 2-2. Spence can go a pretty long way. Pitched 105 pitches at one point last season against the Rays. Why can't I stream the draft? I'm not allowed. Basically, first off, I would not be able to. I mean, the Wi-Fi would be terrible. But the package I have, I'm not allowed to. That's chop fair. Runner will hold, but a bad throw. It's an error there, and the runner gets home. Runners on second and third. Held the runner at third to start, but a low throw to second base. I think we'll call it E1 on that one. And 8-3 the score. Let's double check this if it's E1 or E3. It's E3, that's what I meant to say. So low throw there. Shortstop can't get there. Yeah, for the draft location, yes. Having just one game Wednesday? So one game Wednesday, the reason for that, and people even going for it, yeah, that's a bummer. I'm not surprised. ESPN's going to buy it anyways. Pete's one of the good ones. Pete's awesome. Pierce Rager is incredible. Super nice guy. Met him at the draft last year. He was awesome. But Brandt's the only one left at this point from the original. But, so, yeah, just from draft location, yeah. It's just the package I have. Because I've got, like, the VIP stuff. I got the VIP stuff with my dad. So, one game Wednesday. So the reason for that, just, it's about the schedule. Really. 0-2, but we're going to do Q&A Jew. So the reason why is if you look at the schedule for baseball, I have my workout with my trainer at 4 o'clock Eastern time. Problem is that all the games are, would interfere with that. The game should originally use This Week in Baseball theme. Oh, I don't know. Swing foul down the first base line. Draft is the final weekend of April. Yeah, Cubs emoji. Yep. If you remember, we got Cubs emojis for all the teams playing today. We got the Fly the W as well. But, so I can't do any of the early games. In the later games, I'm doing D-backs Yankees at 7:05. And there's no late game. There's no 10 o'clock game. The latest game is Braves Dodgers that starts at 8:38. Worst draft I've been to. Honestly, Detroit was very unorganized. Detroit, the city. Like, the city stuff. The NFL stuff was great. But it was very unorganized. The 0-2, shot foul down the third base line. I don't count Cleveland. The weather was bad in Cleveland. It was also COVID year, so it was also a little bit different. Best stadium food? Oh, man. I mean, you can't be popcorn at a game. You can't be popcorn. You forgot the Little Man Bear. Yep, that is true. Pitcher warmer up in the pen, meanwhile, as well for the A's. As Spence's rough outing continues. Murdoch is in the pen. Best one? Vegas. Oh, Vegas. Just do the draft in Vegas every year. Vegas was killer. Yeah, winners right go long. Yep. Mel Kiper, pioneer in the industry. Absolute pioneer. I think you can watch it on YouTube. Yep. Absolute pioneer. The draft would not be what it is without him. Mel Kiper should unironically be a Hall of Famer for a contributor. Yeah, there is a term by Detroit. Yeah. They closed off all the roads, but they didn't tell you where. They were closed off the roads, so he had to. It was awful. The city was a mess. Now, I will say, like, the NFL stuff, once you got inside, was great. But the people, the volunteers that had no idea what they were doing. I would not be surprised on that with Hampel. Yeah, but Kiper unironically should be in the Hall of Fame as a contributor. For everything he did. The draft would not be what it is without him. The 2-2, swing and a miss on the outside. Suzuki strikes out for the second time today, the 14th time this season. Well, people will be live streaming the draft. There are going to be a lot of live streams for the draft. I don't know what Green Bay's going to be like this year. I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. But I'm always skeptical. After Detroit last year, I'm like, okay, they could not handle 500,000 people. Green Bay, I don't know what they're going to do. It's a small town. Over-under on how many kids? 3.5. They trampled. Is that going to be it for Spence? Or just a Mount meeting? Yeah, Vegas. Nashville was great. I didn't go to Dallas. Hamill got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a fan. That'd be the darkest stay in Cooperstown history. That's what that would be. Which game do you want to throw on? There's like nothing good on right now for baseball. I want to throw on the Lakers game. Why not? Yeah, I'm not sure where. Like, there are going to be places that stream the draft. Can't tell you where just yet, but. Bush up to bat. 1 for 3 with that home run to start the game off. Yeah, Dubs Fire will live stream it. Yeah. He's got an ugly girlfriend means so confidence. Yeah, actual, I love that movie. I love that movie. There is something to that, you know? There is. Like, again, the whole point of the movie was about the scouts and their outdated way of thinking. That they're looking at stuff that doesn't matter. So I get that. I mean, you don't treat ushers with disrespect. He treated the Rockies usher with disrespect. Was still like for Hampel? I didn't ask him about Hampel. Go to a World of Football shirt? Why? His takes are bad. He's a racist and misogynist. He's awful. See how that'd be a good host. I went there in July of 2008. Nice city. Nice city. I'd love to go back at some point. Hopefully it's not raining, but that seems to be a theme in Seattle. 2-1. I gotta go to T-Mobile at some point. That ballpark looks sick. The 2-1 here. Spence is pitch number 33 for him this inning. 2-1. Outside for ball 3-1. Estes allowed the leadoff man on. At that point, he was done. So Spence came in. Now, at this point, he's not responsible for any of the runners. because of the error. I forgot to change the score. I just realized I forgot to change the score. We gotta wait for bot to tell us. Yep. Yeah, he also went to a game for vets only. Yeah, he did sneak it to Fort Bragg. I did not know that, Kevin. About Chromosaur's mom. That one into left. Is that going to fall? Diving grab. Can't make the grab. A diving attempt there on the left by Andujar. Unsuccessful. It's a 2 RBI single for Bush. Another RBI for him, and it's 10-3. The Bears over... I don't even know. Has NFL commented on my video? They have not. But I've had players comment on my videos before. I've had players comment. I've had a lot that love it. I've had family members comment. I had, you know what's actually funny? I got a Hample? No, not Hample. Walter Football. Walter Football. No, not Hample. I don't know any examples of him being racist, but the Fort Bragg thing, he stolen valor. Spence's day is done. Unearned runs there because of the error, but pitching change here. We don't have to give the ball back. I mean, to be fair, that's not up there on the list of stuff. You don't have to give the ball back. You are not under any obligation to give the ball back if you catch a ball. You do not have to give it back. You are not under any obligation to do so. You catch a ball, you can sell it. You catch a milestone ball, sell it. Do whatever you want with it. Now, I didn't like what they did with Bonds' ball, with branding it with an asterisk. I think you don't tarnish history like that, but sell it. You want to give it back, you want to sell it, you want to do something with it. It's your right. It's your right. There's a whole controversy with that with the Bonds home run. Not the 756. It's a famous case that we covered in law school. Yeah, you can do whatever you... Look, I hate Hamble for a lot of reasons. How we treated the ushers at the Rockies game, the trampling over kids, the Fort Bragg stuff. The air run home run, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever the heck you want. You know, I had a... I'll post it on Twitter, too. I had... one of the videos I talked about a plane incident, and I had the pilot actually comment on the video. Are they going to Vegas? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. I don't think the movie's going to happen. I think it's going to fall through. Murdoch is in there, so the third pitcher of the inning for the A's. You refuse to give the home run? Again, I don't blame him for that. Some players say Hamble? Yes, I do. But I've had players comment. I had a player tried to sue me one time. That was a fun story. That was a fun one. A player tried to sue me, even though it was factual information. That was a fun one. Oh, that'll be... I'll spill the beans at some point on that one, but not anytime soon. That's for a later date. So Murdoch into pitch for the A's. First pitch outside for a ball 1-0. We've seen a lot of crap games today. I'm sorry, guys. The 3 games we've called. The 3 games we called have been bloodbaths. Sometimes this will happen in baseball. Another crazy 5th inning, though. We called the Mets Marlins, where the 5th inning was just insanity for the for the Mets. Got 7 in the 7th, and now we have this game. The Cubs have 5 in this inning, 1-1. Player file lost here, just bluff. Well, he said he was going to sue me. He hired a lawyer. I emailed the lawyer back saying, go F yourself. Like, it's not like, it was like, went back and forth for a year. I like when Speed became FS1. I liked it because I was never a racing fan. So I was like, you know what? It's a competition for ESPN. I like Jay and Chris coming out from Canada. You know, why the heck not? I've not heard the case about Patrick Kane. Yeah, the A's are Sacramento. Yeah, they left Oakland last year. Oh, personal reasons. Oh, man. That's a bummer. 3-1. CBS didn't go for the draft. CBS doesn't stream the draft. Your mileage may vary being in Australia. Your mileage may vary. Because there are some things that are geo-blocked. So I really don't know. 3-1. That pitch misses outside. So a bad start to the inning. For Murdoch. Again, every run at this point's unearned. California A's. Well, they have the California Angels. And there's a walk here. Keep the line moving. The inning started with the Horner home run. We're back around. Horner coming back up there. Remember himself? Yes, I was. But he was never going to do it. He was never going to actually do it. He was trying to scare me to take the video down. He's trying to scare me on that one. Pitch in there down the middle for a strike. Because it was, like, the thing was that it was truth. It was literally like, okay, what are you going to sue me for? You're a public figure. The video was truthful. Like, there was, like, sources. It was reported by multiple people. Your own mom was quoted in it. Like, okay. Like, what are you going to sue me for? Like, so I basically bluffed and was like, okay, like, here's the thing. The video right now is getting 3 views a day. I can make it get 10,000 views if you want me to. I can blow this thing up and say I'm being sued by someone. So I can Streisand effect this if you want me to. At that point, shut up. But yeah, would I represent myself if I got sued? In copyright, I would. In copyright, absolutely. Pitching there for a called strike 2-2. I know the whole thing is that anyone that chooses to represent himself is a fool for a client. I know that. But, with copyright, I would do it. Now, if it's like I get arrested for something, God, no, I'm not representing myself. But for copyright, yeah, I feel pretty confident in my abilities to represent myself. Full count here. That pitch missed outside. I'm not saying you're threatening to sue me, but it was crazy. Maybe at some point I will. Maybe at some point. It's a wild story. It is a wild story. Foul ball off the knee. We're going to stay alive at 3-2. You hit the NFL on CBS? I remember Fox broadcast the draft for a little bit. All good, KC fan. Appreciate you. Wait, they never found Kane's cup-winning puck? Oh, my God. He never... Oh, that's a bad mistake for the ref. Jeez, you would think. You would think. So they are technically moving to Vegas, but it's not official yet, and there's no ground being moved in the dirt. The stadium is not being constructed yet. It might not happen. Might not happen. That pitch missed inside. Back-to-back walks for Murdoch. It's not like they can pull him because of a 3-batter minimum. Bases are full. The 11th batter of the inning. Yeah, I'm very worried for Watt being with Eagle because, first off, it sends a bad message to CBS or to people. Okay, you can work half the games and get promoted. Number 2, he offers nothing. And he's very biased. He was not fun to listen to in the booth on Christmas. Yeah, that was scary stuff for Richard Sherman, yeah. No one should be ever robbed at gunpoint. Crow Armstrong with the bat. It's had a rough start to the season, but a very good start to the inning as he doubled to center last night. This is going to be a fly ball into left field. Should be playable out there. Running down to track that down is the left fielder, Andujar. And finally, the inning is over. 5 runs that inning as the Cubs lead 10-3 with 12 hits already. What are we streaming tomorrow? I'm streaming tomorrow. What are we doing tomorrow? Yankees, D-backs, and Cubs A's. That's what we're doing. Yankees, D-backs, Cubs A's. So here's the thing with Romo. He's inconsistent. The thing with Romo is he's inconsistent. When he's on his game, he's really good. When he's preparing and offering analysis, and he actually knows his stuff, he's good. When he's talking over Gene and Jim, and when he's clearly unprepared for the broadcast, and he sounds like he's drunk, he's not good. You don't know. Cubs are probably going to blow with their bullpen. It'd be tough to blow a 7-run game, especially with the way the Cubs bats have been. But the bullpen, obviously, some concerns. Having said that, the Cubs offense, red hot as of late. Not good in Tokyo, but as of late, the Cubs 14 runs over their last 7 innings of work. Yeah, Tropicana Casino site, just dirt there at that point, yeah. I don't know if the Ace thing is going to happen in Vegas. I don't think it will. Vegas seems very skeptical. They seem very apathetic about the whole thing. I'm not sure they want the A's. They probably want baseball, just not the A's. They were 4-run lead yesterday, yes. They were up 6-2, and then... Thank you for that. The 8th inning. Holy cow, the 8th inning. 8 runs for the D-backs, including Ryan Nelson, the pitcher. Pinch hitting because the D-backs ran out of guys. What I have on the background? Lakers, Rockets. And I also have the Braves game on as well. I did not know about Kevin in the movie. I did not know that. Hey, Romo used to be a lot better. Pitch here, first pitch swinging. A chopper to short, picks it up, 6-3 out, first pitch swinging, and Rooker goes down. Brown staying out there after a rough 4th inning. Right, Davis doing college football, but you could do Matt Ryan. Just do Matt Ryan for that. Your last one to go through, Sports Soak. I didn't see it. Your last one to go through. So, I did not see it. Blood up to bat 0 for 2 today. Oh, yeah, there's no response. Yep, there's no response. You were right on that. We're going to put it to a vote. Yeah, there was no response. Hockey fan? I like watching hockey. I don't have a team. I live in Arizona, so I would have had a team if the Yotes stayed. But that did not happen. I was like, I don't want to support a team that I don't know if they're going to be there or not. And Marula was a terrible owner. And the people that work for the Yotes, some of them that I know are absolute idiots. Like, their social media manager was a moron. That, like, got flamed at the stake, and rightfully so, for not knowing hockey and for just being really bad at her job. Foul ball there, playable. 2 up, 2 down. Carson Kelly makes the grab. So I was like, I don't really want to support a poorly run team. I don't want to support a poorly run team that I don't even know if it's going to stay there. I have enough stress as it is. I don't want to do that. Now, if they stay, build an arena, I'll support them. Never happened. So, best decision ever made was not hitching my ride on the Yotes when I moved down here. 2 up, 2 down. Langoliers up to bat. 1-0 the count. Now, if they get an expansion team, I'll root for them. I don't hate the fact the Yotes moved. I really don't. They tried everything they could. That team was so poorly run. It's better off in the long run that the Yotes move because, yeah, Arizona doesn't have a team right now, but 5 years from now, they'll get something. They'll get a team, and they'll be better run. The Philadelphia Bear of a hockey team, yep. Swing and strike there, 2-1 in the dirt. Langler is 0 for 2 to start this game. It's in the count, though, 2-1. Langler is just 2 for 13 to start the season off. That one chopped foul off his leg, 2-2. Yeah, Blackhawks, yeah. And plus they have a lot of success, too, in previous years. Obviously not now. What NHL team most people cheer for in Phoenix? None. Gotta be honest, none. None. I would say probably Blackhawks or Bruins, because there's a lot of Northeastern and Chicagoans down here. But I would say, really, hockey is very non-existent out here. All right, we'll do Rockies Phillies. Put $2 on that. 3-2 full count. Misses. Longlers is on board. He gets on with 2 out. Sends the 5-hitter up. Soderstrom. All right, I guess we're adding 5 more bucks to the Phillies game because here comes NJ Card Fan gifted membership. Appreciate you a ton. Dennis getting gifted this one. As a member, get a lot of cool perks. Same with the individual members, like YouTube streams, and get to use emojis in the chat. So appreciate you a ton for being a member and whatnot. First pitch in there for a called strike. 0-1. Yeah, another $5. There we go. Let's do it. All right, where am I going here? No, Kelsey didn't play. He was retired by that point. Brandon Graham retired after the Super Bowl. Brandon Graham. Pitch misses low, 1-1. All right. Low again, 2-1. You know, it's the end of the month. Why the heck not? Let's see if I can do this really quickly. 2-1 the count. I'll do some at the end of the 5th. Why not? Let's see if I can do something. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Let's do it. Let's gift out 5. Why the heck not? How do games like this? There's nothing else on. The other game is 6-0. Let's gift out 5. Ground ball to second. Picks it up. 4-3 out. You're on the top of the 6th. Who's got these Helicon Horizons? Sergeant Klein. Night Gaunt. Tiger Claw Gaming. Patrick Cheeseman. And P. Digits. Getting gifted memberships. Yeah, first place fish. Gone but never forgotten. Happy April Fool's Day? Not yet. 3 minutes. In the U.S. at least. I got something planned for tomorrow. Don't you worry. The 2 streams tomorrow are not April Fool's jokes. The 2 streams tomorrow, we are doing those, obviously. That would be a sick joke. But I do have something planned for tomorrow, which we'll see how it goes. Say I resign from a job? Oh, let's go. Let's go. I'm assuming that's a good thing. Which kid do I want to make the call? Figure why not? Why not? We've done 3 games today. You guys have been great. Baseball streams have been going phenomenal so far. So, why the heck not? Simpsons Nickelodeon game yet? Well, Simpsons I did, yes. Simpsons I watched. Simpsons I watched. I did a whole review on the Simpsons one. Nickelodeon was just too late to do a video on that. Unfortunately, timing didn't work out. But I did a whole review on the Simpsons broadcast. I have my thoughts on it. I'll link it. I'll link it. So it's every April 1st for the last 21 years. Oh, there we go. That makes sense. It's all random. It goes to people that are usually in the chat, but it's all random. It's all random. Believe me, I wish you could pick and choose people. But you cannot. So far, I mean, the live streams we've had so far have been phenomenal. I mean, the views on these. We're getting a lot of people, a lot of new subs. I mean, this is great. This is phenomenal. So, appreciate you guys a ton. Brown through 5 innings, 10 through the score. Air Force video, you'll see. You'll see what I got tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'll put it that way. No overtime tonight because I gotta plan this. I gotta finish it up. Because there's gonna be a lot coming tomorrow. Show up to bat. Murdoch pitching here. Yeah, the Curious gets to sit Finch. Oh, that was a crazy one with the Mets. Inside for ball 1-1. FL returns to TNT. I mean, at some point, I mean, if they have the international package, they need to have a TV partner for a national package. Wouldn't hate it. The 1-1. In there on the outside corner, low for a strike. 1-2. Murdoch, the 3rd pitcher for the A's this game. Noah Murdoch. His 2nd ever appearance in the majors. That's a pop him in foul ground. First baseman's got it. An easy catch there for Soderstrom. Bet 800. Whoa. On the Twins over under wins? You bet $800,000 on the Twins. Oh my God, man. Jeez. Oh man. I want some 800K right now. April Fool's, sorry. It's not April Fool's by me, though. That's the thing. That's the thing. It's not April Fool's by me. It's not April Fool's by me. It's 9 o'clock by me. It's still March 31st, so it's not April Fool's by me. I guess on the East Coast it is. In there for a strike, 2-1 on the outside. Murdoch, the 7th round pick by the Royals back in 2019. It's his 2nd ever appearance in the majors. His first appearance got the hold against the Mariners back on March 29th. High fly ball into left center, back by the track, leaping at the wall. That ball is staying in the yard for a double. But I think that might have been off the brick wall. Let's double check this. Definitely a base hit for Kelly, who's been on a tear today. He's got 3 hits now. Did that hit the shed? I think that's... Is that gone? And then it came back in? No, off the top of the wall. Oh, man, by an inch it missed. It didn't go off the shed. It went off the very top of the wall. So Kelly almost had his 2nd home run, missed it by an inch. Kelly's on 2nd. Back to the top of the order we go for Ian Happ. Yeah, it's in defense of at that point. It's in defense of. Yeah, I still have 2 hours. You know, it's still... Well, I have 3 hours. It's 9 o'clock. I'm on Pacific time. Inside for a ball, 1-1. This has been a phenomenal game by Carson Kelly so far, though. First at-bat, home run. Second at-bat at some board. Third at-bat, a double that easily could have been. Easily could have been a home run. On the top of the wall by an inch. Kelly, I should note, he is a triple away from the cycle. I gifted memberships, yes. It's the hardest one to get, especially for a guy like Kelly, who is not the fastest guy in the world, but Kelly is a triple away from the cycle. So he's got 3 hits today. Single, double, and a home run. Had 5 3-hit games last season. He stands on second. As it's a strikeout. Hap going down. Murdoch. His 3rd major league strikeout, first of the game. That's some Marty Mornwig. Oh, God. That would be a funny April Fool's joke. That would be a really funny one. That would be a really funny one to do. Problem though, like the thing with some of these is that YouTubers like when you delete videos. And obviously if you watch the video past April 1st, you don't see the date. It's like, oh, what on earth? Tucker up to bat, 2 for 4 today. His hot streak continuing tonight. And now with 6 hits in his last 3 games. Alongside six RBI in that stretch. Lester was dreadful. Was not your fault. You know what? Oh, yeah. No, the 5th inning. I get it. I don't blame you. So I don't do Jaguar games. I'm not gifted anymore now. Just figure why not for a late night stream. Why not? End of the month. The 1-2. In the dirt. That's a wild pitch. She's not going to advance to third, though. Good block there on the play by Langoliers to prevent the runner from advancing 90 more feet. Keep a mystery for future viewers. Oh, man. Because if I did like the Patriots-Saints thing, or like where they go for 1 down by 2 points in the 1980s, April 1st, people get really laughing. April 3rd, people watch them like, what the heck? This guy doesn't know football. On spring break? That's late for spring break. Usually it's like around like mid-March. I've never heard spring break being that late. Sister playing April Fool's joke where she said she was moving, but she got sick the next day, so everyone thought it was real. Oh, God. Cameron Scyther on the 2nd? Happy 93rd. It's a long life. Into left center. That's going to find the gap for a base hit. Tucker, ground rule double. His hot streak continues. That 5th inning felt bad. His 2nd RBI of the day. His 7th in the last 3 games. Kyle Tucker. You miss me yet, Houston? 3rd hit of the night for Tucker. And it's 11-3. We have not called a single good game today. I am so sorry, guys. Sometimes this happens. That is now the 13th hit, or excuse me, yeah, the 14th hit for the Cubs, I should say. Yours came PAT down 2 in the 93 blows. Yep. Suzuki up to bat. Takes someone for a ball. That one upstairs and outside for a ball. 2-0 the count. Mother Tucker. That's the that was the censored version of the South Park movie. That song. The 2-0. That'd be Uncle. Down the middle for a called strike. 2-1. Suzuki struck out twice so far this game. Again, he's got an NL high 14 strikeouts. Granted, he's played 2 extra games because of the Tokyo series, but still. LBT with the T-Mobile deal. Nice. That one on the outside corner for a strike. 2-2. Will they leave this one stranded? Again, tomorrow we're going to be live for 2 games. Yankees, D-backs. D-backs had an off day, traveling to New York. And we'll be live for the Cubs A's, the 2nd game of this series. Pitch outside, 3-2. Bristol Super Bowl, they don't have the hotels. They don't have the facility. The seats are too far away. Absolutely not. The 3-2. There's no other games we could hide it to. No other games that are any better. Check swing did not go. Held off, and Suzuki will walk. Yeah, talk about being April Fools? Yeah. I could do that. Yeah, I could probably do that. I got something planned, though. Don't you worry. I got something planned. I got something interesting planned. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I always say April Fools is a great time to test out new things. Because if it doesn't work, you can just say April Fools. If it does work, all right, the light bulb is off. Mound visit here. Murdoch up to 38 pitches. Threw 31 last time. Against the Mariners, so just talking things over here. Murdoch, the most pitches he threw last season in the minors was his Omaha with 52 pitches. But only 3 times did he throw above 40. I should have gotten surprised. Yes. I remember that episode. That was a weird one. Like live action, the third act. I was like, wait, what? Kind of worked, though. It did kind of work. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Bush 2 for 4 today. He's got 4 RBI, an RBI single, and RBI home run. In there for a strike, 1-1. Bush had no RBI before this game. He's got 4. 5 innings in here. The 1-1. Chop foul down the third base line, 1-2. Arbitrage. So the thing with arbitrage, I used to do it a lot. The problem with arbitrage now, the casinos have caught on. The sports books, they limit you. NHL probably not on that one for Jacksonville. They limit you. You win too much, they limit you. That's one of the things that that they don't tell you, which I think should be regulated. I think that should not be allowed. You should not be allowed, as that's a hit batter on 1-2, loses control and bases are full. Bush gets on once again, so he gets plunked. Bases are loaded. Swanson up to bat. Had a home run earlier. If he can clear the bases here, this one is over. Abal's on central ground. Yeah. Positive EV. I haven't done a whole lot of positive EV. But I will say arbitrage, what they don't tell you in the commercials with betting is that if you win a lot, they start limiting you. And limit how much you can bet. Which, again, I don't think that should be allowed. I think it should go both ways. At the very least, the limits seem to be, it should be you can't limit. You have to allow them to bet at least X amount of dollars. If you're going to take my money when I lose, you can't keep it when I win. Not keep it when I win, but like deny me when I win. Swanson, base hit down the right field line. That's going to bring in at least 2 runs. 2 runs will score. Swanson at second. Bush advances to third. It's a 10-run game. This nightmare outing for Murdoch continues. This nightmare debut game for the A's in Sacramento continues. As the Cubs will tack on 3 runs this inning, and we are not done yet. Players, I like the players. Man, TBC Sawgrass, can't go wrong with that. Horner up to bat. The 8th batter of the inning. The Cubs have now sent Horner up to bat 3 times the last 2 innings. The 0-1, inside check swing. Did he go? I think he did. 0-2. The Cubs are starting to find the rhythm. Offensively, they've now got 17 runs, if I'm not mistaken. Or excuse me, 16 runs, if I'm not mistaken, over the last 8 innings of work. We might call this effort 6. We might call it effort 6 if with the way it is right now. We might. We'll see. Cubs hoping we can still do some stuff, but stay alive at 1-2. It's definitely not what the fans had in mind for the highly anticipated first game in Sacramento. But I do a lot of live betting. Or look at the lines and I just bet live. I'll place a ton of money on stuff that, yeah, the return's minimal, but it adds up. Like, obvious stuff that's going to happen. Like, a team up by 20 in basketball, 5 to go. You're going to chase your losses? You're not supposed to chase your losses. 1-2. That one fouled off. We stay alive at 1-2. Like, let me see if the money line is here for the Cubs game. Like, the UFL, the money line was on. I just bet, like, 5K on that. It was so obvious that they were going to win. Let's see. Yeah, the money line's off, I think. That one up the middle, spins around, cannot make the play. Swanson holds at third. Bush comes in. Bears 14. The team formerly known as the Raiders 3. It ball flies in sack. It does. That's just bad pitching. Horner with another RBI. That was just a check swing that somehow found the middle. The effort there, trying to spin and throw, was Jacob Wilson. And Murdoch, after 49 pitches, his game is mercifully done. Sample was full. We're not doing OT tonight. OT not tonight because I've been on for 3 games. I got to get a video out. No OT tonight. New pitcher coming in. Murdoch, his first game was fine. He got the hold. The second outing, though, in the majors, a game to forget. Crow Armstrong up to bat in what is just... I don't even know what this is at this point anymore. I don't think anyone does. We called it 11-1 game today. A 10-4 game that was 10-2 going into the 9th. And now a 14-3 game. Holy cow. Why? The one day I'm like, let's do a triple header. It's going to be fun. I get see some good baseball. We get this. My God. The new pitcher for the A's. Jose Leclerc. Let's see what he can do. Can't be any worse than the other guys today. Do it during the game? We'll see. We'll see. No way the bullpen chokes this one tonight? I'd be hard-pressed to. Okay, I can bet the... That's not worth it. Yeah, the money line is closed for the for this one. Yeah, that'd be a fun one at some point. That'd be a fun one. It's like a blackout, so I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Blackout should not exist for Major League Baseball. Outside the local market. I get it for the local market, but it should not exist for, like, Iowa should not be blacked out 5 teams. Hawaii should not get blacked out. Yeah, Bears 14, Raiders 3. Yeah, we're watching football. Jose Leclerc. Can he be any better than whatever the heck this is right now? Swinging there, 0-1 the count. Leclerc allowed 3 runs last outing against the Mariners. His ERA is it's early, but his ERA is a very high 81 after 1 outing. Small sample size, obviously. Count 1-1. Lou Rivera, while playing for the Cubs, confronts and wins at Zach Ebel Wrigley Field. Oh, boy. Yeah, 5 years since 2020. Feels like forever ago, and yet yesterday. Swing and a miss from the dirt on the changeup, 1-2. It was 5-3 going into the 5th. 9 runs later. Yeah, all my time. That's insane. That's insane. Braves hit a home run, 6-1 the score there. The 1-2, outside for ball 2-2. Leclerc, his first season with the A's, spent the previous decade or so with the Rangers. 2-2. Change up in the dirt, doesn't matter. Base hit. Base hit and coming in to score. Crow Armstrong with the RBI single. Horner goes to second. They tack on another one. 15-3, Crow Armstrong. Not a good start to the season, but games like this will always help. Shaw up to bat for the Cubs. For the second straight inning. No, Mercy Rule, as well. Nope. For the second straight inning, the Cubs have batted around. It's hard to bat around. It's hard to do it twice in a row. Shaw outside for a ball, 1-0. Oh, boy. Maybe see if we're going to press your luck as April Fool's joke. Oh, man. I'm sure there was a lot of people angry about that. The 1-0. In there for a strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Oh, my goodness. Carry on the channel, performance 33 seconds. Great song. John Cage classic. It's in the dirt, 2-1. Yeah, I think this is one. If it's like this after 6, we call it. If it's like this after 6, we just call it. Yeah, we're not doing it tonight because I got a lot planned for videos coming out tomorrow. 2-1, swing and a miss on the outside, 94 on the gun, 2-2. You got ABC thinking? Oh, wow. Oh, they saw the response and they decided. Oh, that's genius, actually. That's genius. So that's good. I like when April Fool's like next to the light bulb in your head. Ground ball to short. The play at second. Just bang bang play there. Underhanded toss. Finally, the inning's over. They might challenge, though. He might not have got him out. Will they challenge? Will they challenge? Crow Armstrong's like, I'm sorry. He's even mouthing like, I'm sorry. He's safe. No, he's safe. He is absolutely safe. They try to get the easy out at second instead of going for first. It doesn't work. Crow Armstrong's safe. Crow Armstrong was even mouthing to at second base. He was mouthing to Muncie, I'm sorry. It's like, I was in. They'll challenge. He's safe. He is absolutely safe on that one. Kelly coming back up to bat. This nightmare inning is not over just yet. The Cubs will challenge this one, and I think he's safe. McNabb story? I did not see that. No, I did not see that. I don't think it went through. Yeah, I don't think it went through. It's under review. I think he's safe. I think that foot is absolutely in. Instead of going for the 6-3 out, try to get the 6-4. The force out at second. But a bit too lackadaisical on the underhanded toss. And this inning's going to continue, I think. New York's going to look at it. Cubs will challenge this, and I think this is going to be safe. And the bases will be loaded here for Carson Kelly, who's a triple away from the cycle. He's got 3 hits today. Yeah, he is absolutely in. Oh, he trade on him. Oh! This whole joke could actually happen? Oh my god. I did not know that. That is good. Like, no, I swear to God I did not mean for that to happen. Yep, overturn. It's safe. Fielder's choice. He's safe. Kelly up to bat with the bases loaded. The beating will continue until morale approves. This has been... Just when the A's thought they were out of it, they are not. That's what he meant. Yeah, it didn't go through. Padres would actually lose first, Padres. 15-3. Kelly with the bases loaded. Leclerc delivers inside for a ball. Kelly, a 3-hit outing for him. A triple away from the cycle. He's got 3 RBI. Chance to tack on a few more with the bases loaded. 1-0. In there for a ball, 2-0. Misses inside. I will say, what I am impressed with the A's, no one has left the game. It is still packed behind home plate despite the score being 15-3 and the weather getting colder. It is still just as full as it was in the first. The 2-0. Looking at that one upstairs for a strike, 2-1. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Helps us out on the channel. The 2-1 to Kelly. Down low, misses for a ball. 3-1. Can he drive in another run here? Kelly, 55% on base percentage. Let's see, on 3 balls. He'll swing that one foul. Full count. Runners will be going here. Will this inning mercifully come to an end? Back-to-back 5-run innings. I would leave. Yes, I would leave. If it was a D-backs game, I would leave. I'd be like, yeah, it's not happening tonight. I just skip back. Also, it's like I go to every game, so it's like a little bit different. Misses upstairs for a ball. Kelly walks. The bases will remain full. Keep the line moving. Back to the top of the order. Yeah, I missed the Google and YouTube ones, yes. 16-3. Carson Kelly is 4th RBI of the day. He gets on once again. And we now go to the 12th batter of the inning. Yamaris Montana. Well, Hawaii is blacked out, which is insane. For I think, the Giants. Hap at the dish. 1-0 the count. Misses low, 2-0. Yes, the get right games and all the get right games, yeah. One of these teams is 500. One of these teams is 2-4. Yeah, I hope they bring them back. They really should. They're fun. They look cool, too. Wait, no, nothing would harm anyone. Oh, no. Yeah, I'll draw the line with that one. Grounder to third, unassisted out, and the inning is over. Hap leaves him stranded. Not before the Cubs put up 6. A phenomenal inning. We finally go to the bottom of the 6th with the score 16-3. Holy cow. Every game I've called has just been this. Yeah, Iowa 5, yeah, that's also, like, really ridiculous. Yeah, if it stays like this, we'll call it early. If it stays like this, I'll save the voice. I'll be smart. We'll give it the bottom of the 6th, and if not, we'll call it, because this is insane. Griffin scored 1 since Friday. Yeah, not great. How long do I see myself staying on for? We're not doing overtime tonight. I wish I could, but I got a lot planned for tomorrow. You're going to see. You're going to see what's coming tomorrow. I got a lot planned. Has to get out right away for April Fools. So, and that's like legit. That's legit. I need some stuff. Pulse, who I think would win. All right, let's do it. Who wins this game? There you go. There we go. Who wins this game? You want emojis to represent the score. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This gives you an idea of how bad it is right now. That's your score. There's only one correct answer. If you have a tendency worse from the sucks. That doesn't surprise me. You know, chucks my water. Just water bottle. The Sea Kelp Flex might win. Alright, back on our way on the outside for a strike. 1-0. Merriweather pitching for the Cubs. Brown's day is done. He's in line for the win. Barring the bullpen collapse of all bullpen collapses, he will get the win. 0-2 to Andujar. Yeah. Well, they're not called the Oakland A's. They're not called the Vegas A's. Gotta be something. The 0-2. High fly ball down the right field line in fair territory. Well, not an easy grab there, but making the grab there in right field is Tucker. 1 out. Yeah, this game is horrible. Really horrible, yeah. close the poll here. Urshela up to bat. We are calling the game tomorrow, which I'm going to take a wild guess and say will be closer. I'm going to take a wild guess and say it can't get a whole lot worse than this. We are calling the game between these teams tomorrow. That's part of the you make the call that you guys decided on. It was a close vote. We're doing the second game of the Cubs A series tomorrow. 1-0 the count to Urshela. So we'll be calling that game tomorrow, which, so that's just a check swing back to the pitcher. Merriweather, easy toss there, 2 out. Las Vegas A's of Sacramento with Anaheim. We go to Muncie now. You call the Fs. I mean, after this game, it was not an A+ performance. I know that much. Calling some doing early, do high immersion roll? Yes. There's nothing else on. So I think I got to be smart with the voice for baseball. We're going to do a lot of games this year. It stays like this. Unless the A's pull some of it together this inning and this one's over. High pop-up. In foul, grab a playable. Kelly, under it. And that's the end of the 6th. 1-2-3 go the A's. It's a 13-run game. And, yeah, I think this is the spot to call it. I think, let's be smart here. It is 12:30 on the East Coast. I've been on for 2.5 hours for this game. Been on for 9 hours today calling the baseball games. I think this is a smart place, seeing as this game is a bloodbath. We'll be doing it tomorrow. We'll be live for the Cubs A's tomorrow. We'll be live for the Yankees C-Backs as well. Yankees C-Backs at 7, Cubs A's. So new video dropping tomorrow. I got a lot planned for April Fools. Trust me on that. You're going to like it. Hopefully. April Fool's going to be interesting on this channel. I'll put it that way. So, I have some stuff for you. I got to get it done. So, I think this is a smart place to call it. No overtime tonight. Hopefully we do it tomorrow. Depends on my voice is feeling, but got to be smart after doing 3 games. So, we're going to call it here. If the A's come back and somehow win this by some miracle, you can criticize me and I'll take the brunt of the blame all you want. I will do some ungodly things if the A's come back from down 16-3. But we'll be live tomorrow for 2 games, Yankees, and we'll be live for the Cubs A's game number 2. Never understand the Cubs bullpen a blow lead regardless of size. If they blow this one, fire everyone. So I'm going to call it here. You can fly the W. I think it's safe to fly the W with 9 outs to go. Thank you guys for tuning in. JG9 signing off. See you guys tomorrow and check out the videos. Click that link above if you haven't seen the video that came out today. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for what should be better baseball games than whatever the heck we got today in the 3 games.